Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the fucks I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a fuck, that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season, I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving, don't give a fuck, I don't care. Did the shit by my lonesome, no wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run, all I really want is my share. Get him, I got him, I told him it's nothing. In the discussion, fuck all them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. Shit is disgusting, I hear them bragging about shit that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you on my spot at the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about old shit. I'm on they ass now, can't get a pass now, I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. Niggas is trash now, I'ma spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs, you see in the sky's the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies, I cannot disguise the truth. I've been ducked off, getting sucked off in my new merch, colored duck sauce on the new couch with my Chucks on. Get the fuck on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat, get the fuck out of my face.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the fucks I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a fuck, that's what they don't understand.
Gas in my lung, new shoes on the cruise. Country granite played the blues on the stools. Head wrap silky, chewing on this oxtail. Scheming on a milli, trying to hit the yacht sail. Gold shining lobster near the Everglades music. When we drop, it's like you never made music. Better days never came easy to a quitter. Ain't no pump faking, let them see that I deliver. God body, baby, big 7 in the skin. Probably why you never hear no better again. Higher than the spot that we bout to set the bar. Stinking, smell it before it left the jar. I just left the coast straight to another ocean. Got excuses, me, I'm really having motion. Sipping on mimosa, chopping real estate game. 40 years later, still the same lane. Just left the hood, never heard of you. 30 long years, not a single word of you. Shop booming, baby, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been busy having motion. Just left the town, things spoke to you. You a L7, probably served to you. Shop still booming, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been really having motion. Boy, stop playing, this is not your lane. Never seen struggle, you do not know pain. Stop playing, would you be yourself? How they see you, how you see yourself. Ain't real, acting real fictitious. Family on the west probably still hit switches. Playing Sally Cell, brought the thumper in the car. I've been down in Austin burning rubber down Lamar. Keep what you earn, put it back in the business. Gold mouth shorty spinning racks at the dentist. One stream need a whole 7 ways. That weaker than a whole 7 days. I've been playing chess, working on the left brain. Buzzing in my city way before the press came. Went and bought a now he think he less lame. Got the kind of gas that could fuel a jet plane. Just left the hood, never heard of you. 30 long years, not a single word of you. Shop booming, baby, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been busy having motion. Just left the town, things spoke to you. You a L7, probably served to you. Shop still booming, come and get it while it's open. I don't have time, I've been really having motion. Y'all know what time it is. Jerry, what up? Lords of the land. Ain't got no minutes for you, internet. We really outdoors with it. Till infinity.
All right, welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, DMG the Poet, aka Brother Pianki. We got another banger for you. We got Lil Lucifer in the house. Before me and him get into our spiel, y'all know I got to do my greeting. I want to say hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. God bless to my Christian brothers and sisters. I want to say shalom to my Israelite brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters in the NOI. I want to say Islam to my Moorish brothers and sisters. Peace to my brothers and sisters in the nations of gods and earths, them 5%ers. I want to say what's up to all my atheist brothers and sisters. Salute to all my Abo brothers and sisters. I want to give a big what's up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. Last but not least, I want to say Jumbo to the rest of my brothers and sisters throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. Is because if you're Black, I'm with you, and I hope that you with me. Our different ideologies. I'm going to say it again for the sake of this show. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. And we can have unity without uniformity. And we can disagree, as me and my brother about to show, without being disrespectfully disagreeable. With that being said, Lil Lucifer, please reintroduce yourself to the Paradigm Shift TV 314.
What's going on, family? Mudiwa Mugabe coming to you live from planet Los Angeles, also known on YouTube as Lil Lucifer. It's actually a play on words. The name it's intentionally meant to be contentious for those who don't know the true meaning of the word Lucifer, not the name, the word Lucifer. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting dialogue about atheism. I'm going to try to clean up a lot of the misconceptions about atheism, a lot of the misconceptions about what people think Black atheism is, from someone that's pro-Black, pro his people, and also a non-believer. So we'll get into that shortly. But first thing we're going to talk about is a previous show that there was a brother on here that he just did a phenomenal job, man. The brother, the shepherd. What? Say his name for me one more time.
Benu, this Lord Benu, the shepherd.
Lord Benu, the shepherd. Man, that brother Benu, if you listening, brother, yes, the ancestors were speaking through you, brother. Like a lot of people, they really wasn't comprehending what you were, your particular angle. For those of you that don't know, the topic of the conversation was are intelligent Black people holding us down, or something to that effect. And the other brother that he was having a dialogue with, he just really didn't comprehend, and also some of the people that got on the panel didn't comprehend the angle that Lord Benu was coming from. The angle wasn't coming from saying that intellectualism, something is necessarily wrong with it. I'm gonna say that again. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having Black intelligent people. We actually need more Black intelligent people. But the conversation that the brother Lord Benu was coming from, he was essentially saying that our intelligent Black folks, as of right now, they are not aggregating their intelligence in order to move us forward. This was the brother's basic premise. This is why he said that the Black folks that are intelligent right now are holding us back. They're the problem with our community. We have institutions like the NAACP. That was a great institution several years ago. It's essentially a toothless tiger right now. It doesn't speak for the masses of Black people. It's not moving us forward. For a football analogy, it's not moving the sticks. You know what I mean? It's not. We're not moving forward with this institution that was founded with Black intellectuals. We have other institutions such as the CBC. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the CBC. CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus. The Congressional Black Caucus are your political Black folks. These individuals, for the most part, are not speaking on the Black agenda. These are supposed to be the smart Black people that are in front of billionaires, millionaires, policymakers, movers and shakers in society, and they're not addressing the issues of the regular common Black man, woman, and child. They're addressing everybody else's issues. They're addressing issues of the alphabet community. They're addressing issues of the immigrant community. They're addressing issues. They're sidestepping everything except for addressing traditional Black issues. And this is what the brother was saying when he said that our smart Black people are not doing us any good. They're holding us back. So if you didn't comprehend that, the conversation goes way over your head. Our beloved brother, Dr. Amos Wilson, he said it eloquently 30, 40 years ago. He said the purpose of education is to solve problems, not solve other people's problems. The purpose of education is for Black folks to solve Black folks' problems. So you going out there getting that master's degree, going to get that PhD, getting that advanced degree in whatever the case it may be, if you're not using that intelligence to better us as a tribe, to move us forward, what are you doing? What realistically are you doing? If I go out there and I get something that is not applicable to advancing my people, I'm fundamentally doing us a disservice. Frantz Fanon, the phenomenal scholar that wrote Wretched of the Earth, he said essentially the same thing. What good is your education if it's not being used to better your people? Think about it, people. You can be smart. There's nothing wrong with being intelligent. But what good is your intelligence if it's not aggregated for us to move forward? Dr. Claude Anderson, he speaks on from the economic side. He says that the phrase Black buying power is a total misnomer. And it is. What good is, you don't have buying power. There's no power in the ability to buy unless that buying power is aggregated. So you just have a bunch of people spending money on whatever the hell they want to spend it on. They're not strengthening their own communities. So this is like very, very basic stuff. And I think that there's a segment of us that didn't get the email on what Black empowerment truly looks like. And I just want to give another shout out, man, to that brother. That brother did a phenomenal job, man. If you listening, keep putting the foot on the gas, keep your boot on their neck. They're going to get it. They will eventually get it, brother. I got your back in whatever endeavor you choose to go out on. I salute you, brother. Shots fired.
I thought the brother, for that to be his first debate or dialogue, and situation of that sort, I thought he handled himself well. I think once he blocks out, the noise and doesn't let certain things get under his skin.
Oh, he's gonna be a beast. He's definitely gonna be a beast. Yeah, he's gonna be a beast. Anybody that can come in their first debate and he came out the box quoting Frantz Fanon. That means you're well read.
and see, me and him didn't talk. And I know he was like, yeah, because that's my man's. I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
So
that was a knockout blow off the top right there, bro. If you quoting Franz Fanon and then you backing it up with Dr. Amos Wilson, one of my ideological master teachers, if you're doing that, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. And then you're going into some Garvey, and then, come on, man. Come on, man. Then you're going into some Du Bois. You're going into some Booker T. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is black scholarship at its highest level, man. It's like, this isn't for play. This is real scholarship. This is the stuff that they're trying to take out of these schools so these kids don't get it. Do you understand it? This is the stuff that they are trying to take out of the school system so your babies will not get it unless it's taught at home. That's how powerful that stuff is, y'all. But hey, man, Benu, brother, keep your boot on their neck, brother. I got your back.
all right. So hey, y'all heard it from the brother that has his endorsement. And you know, once I linked them up, he started helping the brother fine tune. Hey, it's gonna be a
problem.
Hey, for wrestling fans, it's gonna be like CM Punk and Paul Heyman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, and just for all of y'all that don't know, man, pick up the works of Franz Fanon. You know, pick up those works and just and read through it, man. Read Dr. Amos Wilson, Blueprint for Black Power, man. Pick those works up and just, I mean, it's not easy read. It's not like reading somebody's message on Facebook. It's something you got to sit down. You know, you got to put your intellectual big boy draws on, sit down and read this material, man. And it's going to make the light bulb go off in your head, bro. And brothers and sisters as well, you know. And I'll say this, that we have to pay attention to what's going on in the academic landscape. The academic landscape, when I say the academic landscape, I'm talking about at the university level. The academic landscape is trying to remove our curriculum from being taught to the children. Like a lot of our children, they're not getting traditional Africana studies. You know, a boatload of our women are foregoing Africana studies and going into woman studies as if they're not black. You know, they're aligning themselves with the gender and not aligning themselves with the ethnicity. And you know, we see this time and time again. And this is a recipe for disaster for us. You know, you can't change the fact that you are who you are. You born who you born. That you're gonna have to deal with the hells of North America, like all of us are gonna have to deal with the hells of North America. Nothing's gonna make you escape that. You know, and brother DMG, if you get a chance, I got this. It's like a 3-minute clip from Dr. Amos Wilson. If you can pull it up, let me see if I can find it in my phone right quick, so you can pull it up. Probably be easier if you do it. I give you the title. It's let me find it. Give me 1 second. Wait a minute.
Or if you can put the link in the private chat.
Okay, let me see if I can do it.
You can go in through your phone.
Right. Yeah, I'm on my laptop doing the live, and I'm looking on my phone for the.
Okay.
It's if you go to YouTube and type in Dr. Amos Wilson on the purpose of education, and it's like a 3-minute clip. I would love for the listening audience to listen from the horse's mouth. This is what a PhD psychologist is saying about the purpose of education. Did you find it? He's in the clip. You'll see a world map behind him, and he has on a kente cloth a scarf around his neck. Dr. Amos Wilson on the purpose of education. Should be like a 3-minute clip.
Purpose of life. Hold on. I see one that's like 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
That should be it. Let me see if that's it.
Okay, hold on. Can you see the screen?
That's definitely it right there, brother. That's it. Turn it up.
Okay.
Being stolen from the land of your ancestors. You're being black people not having advantages.
Can you get it a little louder?
To get the same education because for the same reason. You're being educated to remove that advantage. You're being educated to feed your starving children. You're being educated to benefit from the wealth that is being stolen from the land.
Can you get the audio louder, DMG?
You're being educated to benefit from the wealth that you create here as a people.
No, that's as loud as I can get.
Their destiny and to undertake the task that lie before them. The problems that black children have to solve are not those that white children have to solve. Education is defined in terms of the problems people must solve. When you go to white schools, you are learning to solve white folks' problems. That's why you can work better for them and solve their problems better than you can your own. That's why, despite the fact that you may have an MBA degree or business administration degree, you own virtually no businesses and you administer nothing belonging to yourself and you have no control over anything economically. In fact, the more degrees you've gotten, the more other people have taken your businesses from you in your neighborhoods. Which means you're being educated for servitude. So the highest educated black is in the same position as the lowest one, and that is they're being educated or not educated in service to white power. Intelligence, we are not even intelligent. Black people are made stupid by the education that they get. And the more education we get, the more stupid we become. Yes, I know those are harsh words, but we have to deal with the reality. We are literally educated into dumbness. We call being intelligent high scores on the SAT, high grades at Harvard and Yale. How much we created for IBM and how much we created for AT&T. Ladies and gentlemen, that has nothing to do with intelligence at all. You let other people define intelligence for you in such a way that it also means maintaining them in power. The ultimate value of intelligence, the ultimate point of intelligence, is to solve one's own problems and to secure one's own.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't hear that audio, go take a look at that. And it's a profound, small piece of the great master teacher's work, man. And he breaks it down, and he's basically saying that all the intelligence in the world, all the degrees and paperwork in the world doesn't do any good if we're not solving black folks' problems. If we're getting these degrees and these advanced degrees and doing all of these things, and we're not aggregating our potential in order to change our collective condition, we're just working for other people. So, and that's the gist of the great doc right there, man. And I think more people need to talk about.
Tell them the name of the video again.
Dr. Amos Wilson on the Purpose of Education, found on YouTube. Yeah. Dr. Amos Wilson.
It's only 2 minutes and 33 seconds, but it's heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah, and that's Doc. That was Doc's work, man. I was a young lad, man, that would happen to be, just to give y'all some brief on my background, I was exposed to those type of cats at a young age in real life. Not on the video, like in real time, real life, seeing these dudes, man. You know, like it was just a different energy, man. So, you know, shout out to everybody that has their own personal perspectives and things of that nature. But pay attention to some of our greats, man. Like You know, these are people they're not going to teach you about in our academic system. These are people that you have to teach your children about at home. These are things that you got to have conversations around your dinner table. You got to have these. You got to have some of this stuff playing in the car while you dropping the kids off to school. You know what I mean? Turn off that sexy red. Turn off that drill music. You know, put on some Doc a little bit. You ain't got to overburden the kids with it, but let them get a little bit of it so it'll get in their subconscious mind to a certain degree. That's all.
That's real. That's real. So, all right, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Absolutely.
All right. So, for those who don't know, I went over to my man Sinetta channel last week, and it was a brother on there, and he made a statement. You know what? I think that video like 5 minutes. I don't know how long that video is. I'll show y'all the video because I don't want to mess up, you know, the situation. Because it matter of fact, my man said the audio was kind of bad, so I don't want to hit y'all with no bad audio. The bottom line, Brother La is a Muslim. It was a brother over there who told Brother La he was practicing another man's ideology. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay. So Brother La asked him what he believed in, and he said that he didn't believe in anything. He was an atheist. Brother La, I could tell Brother La was trying to walk him towards what I ultimately asked him, but Brother La so respectful, he didn't even want to directly confront it, right? Peace to my brother Kyle in the building. And so what I said, like Brother La walked it out so much, he never did get to it. So when it got to me, I just asked. He was like, I just said, you know, what if Brother La is practicing another man's ideology? What would you call atheism or something, and something to that effect? And he said, he basically started laughing and was like, "Oh, you really want to do this?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm just asking." And so, he kind of danced around it for a little bit, and Sinetta finally spoke up and was like, it comes from the Greek and this and that, right?" So I just asked the question. I said, okay, so Islam is another man's ideology. And he was like, yeah, and you being a Christian, yours is too. I said, okay. Christianity is another man's ideology. That's what's up. And so I said, what would you say atheism is your ideology? And he still, and so I had to, I switched it up and said, is it indigenous to your people? And he was like, nah. But he never could come to terms with the concept of him practicing another man's ideology, right? And so when my man Mudiwa saw the video, he was like, you just throwing stuff at the wall trying to make it stick. I was like, oh, okay. So he's saying I'm straight up wrong. Okay, let's get it. Then my man Rocky, he said atheism is not an ideology. I was like, okay. Mudiwa agreed. So, I said let's come on and parse it out. So I'm gonna give my man. What you think, bro? 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes. That's all I need.
All right. Take 5 minutes and break and tell me why atheism isn't an ideology, and then I'll take 5 and tell you why, or less, why I think it is.
Can before we do that, can you bring up the Oxford definition of the word ideology for me?
Yes, sir. Give me 1 second.
Specifically Oxford, not Webster's,
Okay.
not none of them. Yeah.
Let me put Oxford in first. And then let's see. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. It's coming up. Let's see. What does it say? Yep. Okay. Any wide-ranging system of beliefs, ways, and thoughts in categories that provide the foundation of programs of political and social action. And ideology is a conceptual scheme with a practical application. By that strict definition, atheism doesn't qualify because there's no political or social action that's necessarily associated with non-belief by the strict definition. So just on the strictest of definitions, and I know that we can use the colloquial term of ideology and we can run with it, but as far as the definition itself, the atheism does not qualify as being an ideology. Conversely, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, because those were social programs, because those were political programs, because those movements had basically, in some effect, get down or lay down ideology and were the governments of their area. Yes, we can wholly say that those were ideologies. Conversely, like I say, non-belief, just for the sake of non-belief, is not an ideology, and that's the first thing that I want to address. Now, when the brother said that uh 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 when I dearly respect and dearly love my brother Sonetta. I think the Godfather is a phenomenal. He's a treasure in our community, and I give him his flowers while he's still alive. But on this one, he got it wrong. Atheism was not started by the Greeks. Atheism is basically just non-belief. That's all it is. So, if we're going to have this conversation, we have to say to ourselves, the African man, woman, and child was on planet Earth 250,000 years before there was, 200 plus thousand years before there was such thing as a Greek, before there was such thing as a Roman, before there was such thing as a Minoan, before there was such thing as a European. We had a 200,000 year head start on every Homo sapien on the earth. Now, it would be intellectually dishonest to say that with that 200,000 year head start, there was not at least some of us that did not adhere to whatever the normative or the bigger spiritual system was. Somebody had to say, you know what? I don't really believe that. I think that there's another method. I think there's another reason. I think there's other things involved. I think it's like, in my opinion, it's intellectually dishonest for us to say that white people came up with this independent thought. The only reason why we say that is because, for the most part, most of y'all don't like white people. So anything that y'all don't like, you're gonna happily attribute it to white people. That's just the way. It's just what it is. If it was something that you liked, if it was something that you felt was a feather in your cap, you're gonna be like, yeah, black folks did that. We was the first. We was the first person to do this. Woo, woo, woo. Y'all invented everything in the world. Y'all invented everything in the world until it comes to atheists. Then that's the blue-eyed devil that did that. You see how this works? See that you can't be intellectually honest and do that, DMG. And I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying that us as a people, we can't sit here and say we're not a monolith. We've never been a monolith. We've never all been on the same page about anything. We're not now, we weren't then, and we never will be. So we're talking about a couple 100,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago, 100 years ago, 5 days ago. We're not going to have the same thought processes. Now, were these things codified, written down, and said, okay, no, non-belief ain't written down. It ain't codified. I just don't believe. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a system. It's not a belief system. It just is. I don't believe in the abominable snowman. So I'm not gonna be running around writing books about the abominable snowman that don't exist. Like, this is I think that a lot of the believers in our community and worldwide, it ain't just black folks. A lot of the believers, when they hear
finish your thought, because I forgot to take your time. So
it's all good. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I think a lot of times the believers of all stripes, black, white, green, polka dot, whatever. I think the believers have a tendency of trying to make atheism into a belief system. And that's where they're fundamentally going wrong. It's not a system. It just is. There's people that just don't believe. And I land the plane.
all right. And hey, shout out to my brother Mudiwa, aka Lil Lucifer. That was a brilliant soliloquy. That was absolutely excellent. And the passion and the energy with which he delivered it was, I mean, it was a sight. That being said, he said strictly on the definition, right? This particular definition. And he said any wide-ranging system of beliefs, ways of thought, and categories that provide the foundation of programs of political and social action, and ideology is a conceptual theme with a practical application. Now, I know my good brother know it's 2023. I know my good brother know there are several well-known atheist organizations out there, and they do and continue to gain political power. Again, I know my good brother noticed. My good brother might be a member of one of those organizations, so he probably has a lot more knowledge of that than I do. But that's a fact in 2023. So, based on this definition, and just from that aspect alone, atheism would qualify. But it would also qualify from a social action and practical application standpoint, because I believe it was a bill passed for atheist inmates to have the same rights as religious practitioners in prison. And so I mean, it's a way of thought. It provides the foundation of programs like them having the same freedoms and practices and abilities to move and operate as religious practitioners in prison. What is it? The Freedom from Religion Foundation or organization continues to push for political power and access and fairness, as they say. Social action, foundation for program. It's right there. So again, and that's strictly on that definition, right? It's a way of thought. It fit several of the criteria. So, I mean, we could rock this however my brother wants to. Again, it's 2023, so it's a way of being, or it just is, like my brother said, right? And he said that with this 200,000 year head start, we will be intellectually dishonest, right? To say that there wasn't any inferences of people who didn't believe, and that's, it's kind of fair to say. It's kind of fair to say, even though we don't have any evidence of these people whatsoever. So I could say, yeah, no, I disagree, because we don't have any evidence of these individuals, whereas we do have vast evidence that of people who did believe. So even if we weighed it out, what if it was 4 people that didn't believe versus however many? Like, if we parse it out, it kind of seemed like it was more people who believe. So how much value do we give a minuscule amount that may or may not have believed, when we don't have any proof that these people even existed? So I like it. That man, that's one of the doper, like figure 4 full Nelson joints that I done heard on this particular topic. Like, hey, everything they say about my brother is true. You know what I mean? Like, the brother is thorough. Like, that's a figure 4 leg lock for real. If you really like stress about it, but I'm not stressing. So, but he made some good points, but like he kept stressing that definition, and I think I just covered that with the organizations, the conventions that they gather at to talk about these call to actions that they're trying to push forward for this community. You know what I'm saying? This social group, or whatever you want to call. Like, I mean, they got their whole jam going, right? They got shows dedicated to this particular group of people. So yeah, man, I just think that this helped me a lot, because I was a little wary, like, man, maybe the brother got a point. Maybe I'm just gonna come on here and let him just break down, like the misconceptions or whatever. But I feel like this helped me. Like, this helped me a lot, because right now in 2023, this is what it is to be a card carrying atheist. Like, you got what's my man that wrote God, the most Don Barker. I forgot dude that wrote the foreword for his book, but Richard Dawkins, Matt Dillahunty, like, y'all got celebs. So right here on the platform, Mudiwa, aka Lil Lucifer. Yeah. So like this help. So shout out to my brother. It's on you.
Right. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. Like, I just want people to know that we're not if it makes people feel any better, if you don't believe in God by default, you don't believe in the devil either. I'm gonna say that again, because I need y'all to understand that. If you don't believe in God by default, you don't believe in the devil. Please understand it. Because for some reason, people hear atheist in their mind automatically transitions over into maybe this person is in the devil worshiping and eating babies, all manner of fuckery, you know, and nothing can be further from the truth. And I like to tell people, I like to give people this knowledge. And this is one of the things that I tell people all the time. I say that the average Abrahamic believer, they're operating out of they are operating a moral life out of fear of going to hell or the promise of going to heaven. That's the underlying operating system for most of them. I don't want to go to hell or I want to go to heaven. Now, for us, the non-believers,
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Right. For us that are non-believers, we don't have that fear of going to hell and we don't have that hope of going to heaven. So if we're living a morally upright life, watch this. If we're living a morally upright life, it is the most genuine expression of morality you will ever see. I'm going to say that again. If the non-believer is living a morally upright life, if I'm upright, if I'm defending women, I'm defending children, I'm defending taking care of myself, I'm taking care of the things that I care about. If I'm doing that, that is the most genuine expression of morality. Y'all never thought about that, huh?
No, I actually have. That's why I'm throwing off all them bombs. Because, see, I don't think. Why you think I shout out every group I can name at the beginning of the show? Because I don't think people that disagree with me is something wrong with them.
Right.
Unless it's like JJ 7000 or something. You know what I'm saying? But other than that,
a whole believer.
You know, unless it's somebody like that, then yeah. But just because we disagree, don't mean something wrong with you,
right?
Or you evil, because it's people who say they believe what I believe, who I know have committed great evil.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying you don't believe what I believe don't automatically disqualify you from being good, because people who say they believe what I believe can commit horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't gonna never get bogged down by no religious belief being the difference between me and another person.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they do that. If they do that, then okay, fine. But I ain't gonna never do that.
Right. That's a beautiful thing, and that's one of the things that I love about you, bro. Like you don't pigeonhole yourself to being dogmatic about your belief system. You believe what you believe. It is what it is. That's your walk. But you open-minded enough to see the people walk another way sometime. And that's all a person can ask. That's all you can ask of people, man. Like if your walk is leading you down a particular way in a particular get down, that walk might be that we might wear the same size, but the shoes might fit different. You know what I mean? Like your walk is your walk. My walk is my walk. I'm not out here. Don't get me wrong. I wish atheists had more of a, and this is just my personal opinion. I wish there was a bigger fellowship of Black atheists. You know, I wish there was. I wish we were more communal, that we can get together and hash it. Because it's like this time of year particularly, it's hard being a Black atheist out here. It's hard trying to explain to your family why you ain't into the Christmas thing and all of that stuff. It's hard explaining to your wife and kids why you ain't with all that, and then they telling you, well, we just doing it for the kids, and you trying to explain to them we gotta wean ourselves off of that. This is a difficult expression. You know what I mean? Like the what do they call them? Oh man, the European Jews, the ones that that non-messianic Jews. You know, they usually go on vacation this time of year. They leave the country.
Yeah.
They literally leave the country to get away from this stuff.
Let me ask you a question, because it is. Do you feel a separation as a black atheist with you still obviously, because I think that's another thing too, because you're an atheist, all of a sudden you don't understand the struggle that our people have been through. You know what I mean? Or like somehow you get removed from that. And but so you got to deal with that from your people, but then how do you relate to atheists of other races? Is it an easier vibe, or is it a separation there?
To be honest, bro, like the atheist community, the atheist community is usually a group of chill people. Like they're more or less into being scientifically literate, you know, not being extremely judgmental. The only thing that I don't particularly care for is that a lot of people, black, white, green, polka dot stripe, ran to atheism as a means of running away from Christianity because of their sexuality. That part about it, I don't agree with. So I bump heads with a lot of atheists about that aspect of it. Like, you know, they think, okay, well, I'm no longer a Christian because the Bible condemns my lifestyle. Well, don't run over here. For me, I don't really condone your lifestyle either from a biological perspective. You know what I mean? So it's like those comments. I mean, I don't dislike those people. I don't hate those people, but I don't try to come to this community and you're just mad at your other community. You know what I mean? Don't come over here because you didn't like what the preacher said. Come over here because you genuinely said, you know what? I think that there is some strong I think that I strongly disagree with this belief system. You know, there's a lot of us out here. Most of us, we hide behind being agnostic. Like they're scared. They're like, hey man, I really don't believe, but I can't say, I can't say it in public. I cannot say that in public. They're scared. You know, they don't know. This is America. You got to think about it, bro. The Western Hemisphere, the entire Western Hemisphere is a Christian concept. From Canada, from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego at the tip of South America, the entire Western Hemisphere is controlled and operated under Christian ideology, bro. It is strong, family. It's like I don't blame nobody for being a Christian. I don't blame no person for you not dumb because you believe in that stuff. This whole hemisphere is their doing. You think we under Christianity? The Latino community they make us look like we don't know what the hell we talking about. It's a gazillion Virgin Marys in the front yard, candles burning, and they don't play, bro. I mean, like for real. So
Hey,
it doesn't make like because you're under the spell of Christianity. I'm not gonna say spell because you've been exposed to Christianity and embraced Christianity. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with you for that. It's expected. I mean, damn! Like, look the Western Hemisphere, brother. The most non-Christian nation in the Western Hemisphere is a Muslim nation in South America called Suriname, and they're only 15% Muslim. Like this whole hemisphere, bro. So it's a powerful get down. It's not like we're in the Eastern Hemisphere where we got traditional spirituality, we got Asian spirituality, we got all forms of voodoo, voodoo, and Ifa, and we got all the other spiritual systems from everywhere else. Nah, this whole thing over here is under that book. So I don't really knock nobody, bro.
I think me and you, I think that could set up another conversation between you and I with regards to the nature of Christianity. And I was supposed to have this debate. My man Black Line Supreme, shout out to my brother,
Shout
and
out to Black
my
Lion.
right hand man, nobody from Trust and Believe the Gospel, was gonna have a debate called is Christianity part and parcel to white supremacy, and is the black church an extension of the European church? And so I think me and you can have that convo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll be a nice one.
Yeah.
Or maybe you and him can have that convo. You dealt with nobody before, haven't you?
Yeah. I dealt with nobody.
Okay.
I like nobody. Nobody cool to me. You know what I mean? Most of y'all squad, bro. Most of y'all squad is very respectful individuals that can have good dialogue. There's like maybe, a person that takes a little getting used to, and he'll come around. He just a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? once he get punched on enough, once he get intellectually punched on enough, then he'll come around, bro.
Hey, man. Underestimate Mr. Nobody, man. That's your favorite urban apologist, man. My little bro ain't no joke, man.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I feel like Leandre, the Slim Reaper, is like Marvin Hagler, and Nobody is like Tommy Hearns.
Hey, bro, don't ever disrespect Marvin Hagler like that, bro. That's Mitch Green, my guy.
Don't do Slim Reaper, man. Don't do Slim Reaper,
bro.
Don't do Slim Reaper, man. Don't do Slim Reaper.
Man,
maybe you and Slim Reaper can have that conversation, man.
Bro, he's not ready, bro. He's not ready.
Hey, I might be able to put that on pay-per-view for $4.99.
You know who I like? You know who I like this in y'all squad? The brother what's his name? BK?
BK Apologist?
Yeah, I like that brother. He presents his information. He's a respectful brother. He tries to lay it out the best way he can, and he's confident in his belief system, and that's cool. I like cats like that. I'm not here to persuade you. I'm just here to get, okay, you want to be a Christian? Have at it. Be a whole Christian. I don't care. But you got to put some black on it. You got to put some black on it. You know what I mean? Like we cannot continue to sit here and think that the sky go bust open and the big fella that you believe in go make it better. We need some actual boots on the ground. We need intelligent black folks to be proactive about changing our community. That's what we need. So, and that's my desire.
So getting back to his atheism and ideology. So my only thing is, if we look back at that particular definition, if we look at all the other definitions, it's definitely an ideology. That's not to say it's a belief, or it's the same, it's in the same category as Christianity or Islam or nothing like that, but it's definitely an ideology. So I don't understand the resistance. That's why I asked about, is there a separation between black atheists and atheists of other ethnicities? Because it almost seemed like it's almost like it's like taking offense to that term. It's because like I had an argument.
It makes it seem as if it's when you use the word ideology, the normal brain, our contemporary 2024 brain, is telling us a belief system, a belief system, a belief system. That's how we internalize ideology. You know, that's just what it just is. What it. That's why I made the.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Because
why.
I'm wondering, I'm like, what is the
Yeah,
problem? It's an
yeah,
ideology.
yeah.
Because
That's
I don't know if you saw on Sinetta channel, I told the brother, I said, your ideology could be that you believe or that you don't believe. It
right,
don't mean that's why he was
right,
saying you know or you don't. Because I'm like, what are you
right.
talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, when you hear the word ideology, it automatically makes you think about the synonym of a belief system, and that's
Okay,
what throws
okay.
us as atheists off. It's like, no, that you're not getting it. That's not where we're at with it. You know what I mean? But from in the colloquial sense, and I gotta agree, I'm gonna concede that in the colloquial sense, yes, it's an ideology. But in the strictest sense of the definition, that's why I brought up the definition to begin with. In the strictest sense of the definition, it doesn't qualify as such.
Okay. I kind of this the only thing I chafe at when you say even in the strictest sense. So let's take all that other stuff that I was talking about with the bills being passed and these groups that's trying to shoot for political power and all of that. Let's take all of that out. Me saying if my stance, if I asked you your stance on religion is that you're an atheist or that you don't believe, right?
Correct.
And okay, and so if I were to say your ideology on religion is what?
That wouldn't be a question I would answer. I would say, if you said what is my ideology, I would say my ideology is scientific literacy. Now, because my ideology is scientific literacy, it doesn't lend itself to the the belief systems that we're familiar with. It doesn't lend itself to having an Adam and Eve narrative. It doesn't lend itself to having a God narrative. It doesn't lend itself to a flood narrative. Science doesn't lend itself to adhering to those things. So if I have an ideology, the ideology would be scientific literacy. Now, being that the ideology is scientific literacy, what comes along with that is non-belief. Because you can't tell me that the Adam and Eve narrative is factual when we just discussed that we know that Homo sapiens come from a prior species. Yeah, I mean, yeah, from a prior species. We can't have that conversation. We can't have the conversation about a flood destroying the world and only a handful of people surviving to repopulate the world when we know that the archaeological evidence, we know that the scientific evidence, we know that the what are the people that deal with rocks and all of that, whatever, I forgot the name of those people right now, but those people, you know who I'm talking about. We know that those people, those scientific people, they can't agree with that. They don't have, there's no evidence to support that claim. So it's not that we're standing on atheism. No. We're not standing on atheism. We're standing on scientific literacy. That's all.
So technically, I wouldn't call you an atheist.
You don't have to, no.
You know what I mean? Because if I said my ideology is black existentialism, I would probably say like my Monica says, the black existentialist, right? So if you're saying your ideology is scientific literacy, then I guess I would call you a scientist or whatever, like whatever.
Right.
Never made a
bootleg scientist.
You know what I mean? So and adherent to science, I don't know, like whatever made up term we give it. But my point being, it wouldn't be to
right. You don't have
first category we would put you in wouldn't be atheist.
Correct.
Even though you still are an atheist.
Correct.
I got you.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like that word messes up a lot of our people. They hear that word and their mind goes berserk. They start thinking about the Exorcist, the little girl, the spitting up pea soup, and you know what I mean? Somebody being possessed. Like y'all be tripping when y'all hear that word. Y'all get to tripping when you hear that word, bro. Like,
I hope y'all old enough to understand that reference, man. Because that's why I started laughing, because it popped up in my head.
You know what I mean? So it's nothing like that, man. It's like, for real, it's nothing like that, man. It's like we ain't sacrificing animals and shit and drinking blood and all. There's none of that going on, bro. There's literally none of that going on, man. I'm like, I got a telescope looking at the moon early in the morning, man. Stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's just having scientific literacy, man. It's understanding your natural environment. It's saying to yourself, like, wait a minute, man, what's really happening? Why is it dark at 5 o'clock now? And then getting to understand it so you can really explain it to children about the rotation of the earth and the rotation of the sun around the earth and the moon and all. It's like just basic scientific literacy to remove some of the spookism from it, bro. That's all. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that statement on the screen too. Because when I call myself an agnostic, people would always say, "Well, you really just an atheist," and I'd be like, "No, I'm not." But I kind of know what I'm saying. But you know,
right. Yeah, it's a lot of agnostics. Some of them go back home and they go back to that good old fashioned grandma's religion, and some of them come on over here to a little bit more enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? It's and they have a right to be where they are, and they have a right to go either way they choose.
So let me say this, because I know if that word ideology triggered you, then I know this next one is definitely going to trigger you.
What's that, brother? Go ahead, shoot it.
What if I told you atheism could qualify as a religion?
Woo. Well, according to the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, yes. According to common sense, no. You know what I mean? Because the First Amendment it says you have the right to have your own religion, or you have the right to have no religion. That's part of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. It just is.
No, that's not what I mean, though. That's not what I mean. I don't want you to think that's what I mean. I'm with you on that, but that's not exactly what I'm referring to. What if I told you that one of the definitions of religion is what qualifies atheism to be considered a religion?
I think that's then we would have to go into what is the definition of religion, what qualifies something to be a religion. Then you start going down that rabbit hole. And
so this is just a general definition of religion. Like if you were to Google it, this is what'll pop up: the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods. This is the second definition: a particular system of faith and worship.
Oh well, by neither definition, atheism doesn't qualify.
This is the third. A pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance.
By the third definition, we would loosely qualify.
I agree.
Yeah. By the first two definitions, we don't qualify at all. But by the third definition, being intellectually honest, we would loosely qualify. But I don't think that it's like when I say the black woman is God, that's like one of my ideologies. And I use the God, when I say God, I say lowercase g. I'm not using it as the first definition of God that pops up in the dictionary. I'm using it as the definition of God as something or someone to be venerated. You dig what I'm saying? And that's probably like the third or fourth definition of what a God is. So when we say the black woman is God, we're just saying we need to venerate our women. That's all we're saying. I mean, we're not saying that this is the supreme being, that this is the y'all quote unquote most high. We not, you know what I mean? We're going down further in the definitions.
Let me tell you, bro. I used to say the black woman's vagina is my God and sex is my religion. and I meant that was that being, that
Right.
form, that
Right.
was the most high being there was for me. I ain't care
Whoever
what
she was, I don't want none of that. Whoever she was, I don't want none of that.
I ain't care what nobody said. So hey,
yeah, but yeah, man, it's yeah. We could say by the third definition, we could, and I don't have a problem with I have a problem with the dogmatic people that's in the faith to say your atheist is just a religion like everything else. Y'all just you believe in whoopty woo woo. No, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't have none of that. There's no spookism attached to it. There's no the beautiful thing about science is this. Science isn't dogmatic. Science can say, you know what? I was dead ass wrong. We need to move forward and come with something else. Religion don't say that. Religion is extremely dogmatic. Religion is don't worry about trying to research, trying to look nothing up. Just believe what we say. That's the huge difference. Science says, guess what? Prove me wrong. And if you prove me wrong, we'll move forward from there. That's the huge difference between science and religion, or scientific literacy, and a lot of the people in our community that's dogmatically religious.
I mean, I can feel you on that to a degree. I do have a question for you though, but and so you said that when it comes to a certain type of people, you often find yourself saying, "Hey, look, don't use that as an excuse to come over here."
Absolutely.
Why? What is your cause for rejection? Because we know what it is from the religious aspect. What makes you feel like they should be rejected?
Simply put, in the advancement and promotion of a species, there's a thing called survival of the fittest, where the living organism has to reproduce with another living organism and have viable offspring. That's science. That ain't Mugabe. That ain't the Bible. That ain't the Quran. That's not that ain't none of that. It says in order for our species to maintain itself, in order for our species to continue, we have to have a living organism that mates with another living organism and have viable offspring.
So now I'm gonna ask you, because look, I ran into this this conversation when it came to my comedic saber. Shout out to Baba Saber Amori Seneferu, founder and leader of the Temple of Het Heru, right here in St. Louis, Missouri. He shared your sentiments from the standpoint of, you know, man and woman, etc. So now my question was always this. It's always been people who, you know, like to go in that direction. But that ain't never stopped people like me and you from going in our direction, right? So I always wonder when people make that argument, it almost seems like they stop the perpetuation of life when they never have. So is it like a fear that maybe the numbers are getting too close or something to that effect, or am I off on that sentiment?
I'm gonna give you an analogy. Like I think I consider you to be a pro-black brother, such as myself. I commend you for the work you do, you know, and the people that surround you that's pushing that hard line. You know, in the words of Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad, hold the line. Now, and I said that to say, have you ever met black people that were pro? Go ahead, brother.
How you feel about Slim Reaper coming in?
Not right this second. Give me about 5 minutes. I gotta adjust my. I gotta sage down the area and shit. I gotta say.
I did not expect you to say that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta go get me some Santeria or something. Got that.
Hey, Leandre, I just asked the brother how he felt about you coming in. I'm gonna need you to delete that comment.
Right. But I said that to say this. You know how you meet some black folks that the only reason why they're pro-black is because they don't like white people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you around me if you like that. I don't want somebody around me that's pro-black because you don't like white people. I want you to be around me if you pro-black because you love black people.
Exactly.
Not because you dislike another group of people.
Exactly.
Not because you done because the moment that group of people show you favor, all that's gonna go away. The moment that person gets showed some favor, they're gonna be like, well, I was tripping the whole time because you didn't really have love for black people. You just hated white people. You get what I'm saying? And I think it's the same way with a lot of the alphabet community that try to transition into atheism. You don't really give a damn about atheism. You just don't like the Christian community. You don't like the way they treat you. You don't like what their books are saying. You think that it's something different over here. And the biology is a lot more formidable than the doggone text of the biblical narrative. But they don't want to accept that part of it. So
interesting. Because that kind of caught me off guard a little bit because I kind of expected you to be a little more liberal almost, but when you wouldn't, it was a pleasant surprise. Don't get me wrong, but it was like, oh, okay. So I got you. So yeah, let me send the spook this link. But
oh God dang. Let me hit my yak, man, before this dude. You know what I mean?
Oh man, you say that? What you sipping?
A little Henny.
Okay. Speaking of Henny, I just sent the spook some Hennessy White.
Oh yeah, that's right. He'll be all right. He just got to get his rough edges off. He remind me of remember that cartoon back in the day? You're a chicken and I'm a chicken hawk.
Oh man. Oh wow.
You know what I mean? He's a little, you know, he's eager. He's trying to get in there and put his dukes up and hold his position, and he's swinging at the air and shit, missing, and you know. But he'll be all right, you know, if he get punched on. See, what you got to do, DMG, you got to put him in other arenas. Don't let him sit back here and where it's comfortable. You know what I mean? Send him somewhere where he can get beat up on a little bit. Hey, what's going on?
I tried to think somebody that could beat up on him, man, but I ain't found him yet, man. And listen, I actually see. I'm the opposite of a good manager. I want him to get beat up. I just can't find nobody.
He got it's like last night.
This Negro is Tyson on Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Bro, yeah, I just want to say, so there's been rooms where I've been in. I wasn't the smartest person in the room. That's not the case back here. I've been in plenty of rooms. I've introduced some of these people here to the platform, and several other ones are coming on. They're scientists, philosophers, things, people like that. I've had to present research and to get critiqued and raked over the coals by people much, much more intelligent than I am. It's just the fact that none of those people are back here. So I've been in areas where I've been beat up on. It's just that's part of the reason why nobody can touch me back here. So shout out to Dr. Chris Curry, a scientist. Shout out to Dr. Nathan Carson, a philosopher. Shout out to Nick Portwood, another philosopher, and several others like him. I've been in with some Yale trained scholars debating various subjects, various subjects. I've been in the mountains, the Sierra Nevada mountains, arguing with PhD scientists over numerous topics, and they'll tell you that I've earned my spot. So back here, though, it's just not the case. There's nobody qualified back here.
You're right, bro. There's nobody on your level back here. There's nobody on your level back here.
Yeah, that's correct. Present.
You're right. So why are you here?
The truth is, I got a GED and I beat them up all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why are you here if nobody's on your level?
Well, I'm here. Well, so since you asked the question, my main purpose here is I want to get certain people to stop talking as if they know what they're talking about. Mostly because I really care about my people. And there are certain people who get back here and they present certain things as if they're learned or researched or actually read up on any of the topics that they choose to talk about. And 99% of those people, present company included, have no business talking about what they're talking about. And I mean, absolutely none. For example, I couldn't, and for both of you brothers here, maybe both of you could help me understand this. And it's a question for both of you. What has been presented is that an ideology is somehow separate from a belief system, or it's not. Atheism is not an ideology because it is a belief system. And I guess maybe you all could help me understand why you all are separating that. So for both of you, because DMG, you sort of seem to concede to that point, and for you, Brother Mudiwa, as well, could you all explain that to me? If atheism is not a belief system, what is it then?
Atheism is non-belief. Full stop, period. Just like non-belief in the abominable snowman is non-belief. Full stop, period. You don't have to intellectualize non-belief. You have to attempt to intellectualize belief that doesn't have evidence to qualify it as being factual, sir.
Okay.
Now hold on. This is the important part of the conversation, Leandre. When you're talking about an ideology, the Oxford definition of ideology, and when I gave this to Brother DMG, I said in the strictest sense of the definition, atheism does not qualify. But if we talk about the colloquial definition, I conceded and said, yes, it would qualify on the colloquial level. I don't see where none of us should have a problem with that.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you where I have a problem right here.
I'm trying to figure out why what you talking about. I thought he said he agreed with me.
No. Well, because what he's doing is
don't come in here sassing me. What are you
Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the problem. One, in logic, you can actually convert a negative statement into a positive statement. So the belief, like a lack of belief in God, right? Does that convert to a belief that there is no God? And in logic, we would say yes. Brother Mudiwa seems to have something different, and this is what I'm trying to ascertain. So when he says, so those things convert. It's just like how when you can do multiplication in mathematics, and then that is the exact equivalent of division or addition and subtraction. You can convert statements. And so just because you're saying that I don't believe in God, that is actually a belief that there is no God. And so I guess I'm trying to figure out the logic here when you're saying, okay, cool. Now, if that's not the case, right? Watch this. I'm gonna ask you a question. It's a very simple question. Is there a God?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Now,
or God's plural. And
okay,
that's
cool.
not a That's not a belief system.
Cool. What's a belief system?
A belief system has a codified system to it, such as you being a Christian. You are involved in a belief system, brother. There is no thing as atheist belief system.
Question though.
I'm almost done. I'm gonna land the plane. It does not exist, and this is the entire problem with the believer, most of the believer community, because I think some get it. The entire problem with the believer community is that you're trying to take non-belief and put it into a belief box that looks like the belief box that you are presently in. It does not work, brother.
So listen, so that was a whole lot of words for a very simple question. So again, so do statements convert in logic? Yes or no? Do you believe that?
Subscribe now,
brother. I'm gonna say this one more time.
I'm just asking a yes or no question. That was a yes or no. It's the easy one.
Hold on. We're not having a philosophical conversation right now.
We're not
having a conversation about philosophy right now.
Okay, cool. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me ask you a different question instead. You said that science is your ideology or something like that. Scientific literacy.
If someone was to ask me what is my ideology, as opposed to atheism, I would say my ideology is scientific literacy.
Okay. So have you ever read a book called Against Method? It's written by a scientist.
Against what?
Against Method.
Against myth? No, I have not.
Well, it's a book written by a scientist actually against the scientific methodology. Now, watch this. Do you believe that the scientific methodology is a valid method of inquiry for measuring the material world?
For the most part, yes.
Okay, which parts do you not believe?
For the most part, I think that new information can invalidate some of the methodology used. We see it all the time.
Okay, so that's not an actual answer to my question, but let's move on. So what does science measure? What is it looking at? What does it examine?
Observable, testable, repeatable. Those are the primary things that it's looking for. Observable. Hold on. You asked me a question. Let me finish the question. Observable. Can I see the thing? Is the thing? Can I see the thing happen? Testable. Can I test the thing multiple times and come to the same result? Is it repeatable? Can I do it over and over again and come to the same conclusion? That's primarily what we're talking about with science. We do not, I repeat, we do not see this in religion.
Yeah. Are science and religion purporting to measure the same phenomenon?
Subscribe now.
They never have been and never will be.
Okay. What's the highest of the sciences?
The highest of the sciences, it depends on who you speak to.
Well, no. I actually believe that this is actually pretty concrete. Would you agree or disagree that the philosophical sciences are the highest sciences?
No, I disagree.
Okay. Now, so and one of the Mudiwa brother, I'm so excited that this was all on video. One of the things that I actually plan on doing is I'm going to have an actual scientist come on here, and we're going to actually review several of your statements. So thank you for making these public. But I'm reading right now from a document written by a scientist. And the actual scale of sciences, the physical sciences are the highest of the sciences. And what I mean by that is we're going to demonstrate this for example. Does science hold that mathematics are real? Is science based in mathematical realism? Yes or no?
I didn't hear what you said.
Does science hold that mathematical realism is true? Yes or no?
Science says that math is one of the highest forms of science. Science is the one of the hallmarks, one of the cornerstones of science is math. That's just it is what it is. Hold on, it's not philosophy. Hold on, sir. Let me finish speaking. You because you hang out with your philosopher friends, you have a lot of philosopher jargon that's downloaded into you, and that's quite understandable. But here's the deal. The first aspect of science is what? It's a hypothesis. The hypothesis is the thought, right? That's the philosophy. I'm thinking about something. Stop, bro. Let me finish.
It's incorrect. It's incorrect.
That's not incorrect.
This is 100% correct. So, okay, so watch this. Now watch this. So when you talk about science, you're talking about the modern empirical sciences, correct? Modern empirical sciences, correct?
Bro, you said
are we talking about the modern empirical sciences? Yes or no?
You said I'm incorrect, bro, and I'm literally telling you what the
you
first
said the hypothesis was the philosophy, and I told you that's incorrect.
The first thing is the thought. The thought becomes the hypothesis. The first thing is the thought. The thought becomes the hypothesis, sir.
Sir, are we talking about the modern empirical sciences?
We're talking about science right now today.
No.
As it stands.
Are there how many types of sciences are there?
Lord have mercy. Help
this is not listen, brother. You're the person who you're talking about scientific literacy, and I'm asking.
I am literally talking about scientific literacy,
and what are
you're proving that you need it.
What are the types of sciences?
You're bucking it. I'm proving to you why we need scientific literacy. You are the example of why we need scientific literacy.
What are the types of sciences?
Subscribe now.
You are proving why we need scientific literacy.
What are the types of sciences? Yeah,
you're not even listening.
DMG, what are the types of sciences?
Good brother. I'm literally, you asked me a question, I'm explaining it to you, and now you're trying to move around some more.
I'm not,
Be still, young lad. Be still, young lad. The thought happens first. After the thought, we formulate the hypothesis. From the hypothesis, we go into what, sir? This is why we need scientific literacy.
Sir, I'm asking a basic question. What are the types of sciences?
This is why we need scientific literacy in
DMG, can I ask you a question, sir?
This is why, Leandre, is why we need scientific literacy in our community. DMG, do we have any other guests?
DMG. I haven't dropped the link.
DMG,
drop
I'm
asking
you a question.
Thank you for showing up, Leandre. I appreciate you, bro.
DMG,
enjoy the rest of your evening, good brother. I appreciate you.
Let him ask me his question. Go ahead, Leandre.
DMG, do you know what the three basic kinds of sciences are?
The three basic sciences?
Yes.
Let me see. Physical. What is it? Physical life and physical life and earth, or something like that?
No, the three basic kind of sciences, according to an actual scientist like Dr. Chris Curry, Fresno Pacific University, the philosophical sciences, which is the highest order of sciences, the mathematical sciences, and the modern empirical sciences. And they deal with each different subject matter. Now, in the modern empirical sciences, now DMG, let me ask you a question. Does modern empirical sciences, do these depend on truth, falsification, the modern empirical scientific method, and things like that? Does modern empirical sciences depend on those things?
I would think.
Okay, so DMG, let me ask you a question. If the modern empirical sciences, according to your guest, depends on the things that are observable, testable, and repeatable, and those sorts of things, then can modern empirical sciences measure something like, I don't know, truth? Like, can you examine truth? Can you put truth under a microscope?
No.
Okay, why not?
It's not tangible. It's not something that you can necessarily see.
Okay, so
that you would have to. It has to be what is it? Examined, or how is it?
Can I interject before we go any further? Before we go any further, I want to interject.
It's the same way. It's the same way as like love or the law.
It's intangible.
It exists, but
okay.
that I mean, it's that you can
reach
out.
Hang on. So hang on, DMG. So let me ask you a question then. But these are axioms of modern empirical science.
This ain't your show, bro.
DMG,
DMG,
am I allowed to ask you questions or not? Because your guest is getting a little.
Let me get back. I just want to make a statement before you get back to answering this question.
Let him make a statement.
Now, for the record, before we go make a left turn or right turn or anything, this brother made an erroneous statement and tried to qualify philosophy as being science. And most of the academic world says, with no degree of uncertainty, that philosophy in and of itself does not qualify as being a science, sir. This is what most of the academic world says. I'm not concerned with that group of people that you run with, that sit up there and put a battery in your back and put you in front of your people to say ignorant shit. But the most of the academic world will say without question that philosophy is not a science, sir. So please don't come in here spewing philosophical things and from that you got from your handlers and trying to pass them off as if they have scientific merit in our community. They simply do not. Family, don't do that to us.
DMG, I'm trying to share my screen.
Why is there so much hostility between y'all, man? Is this some light skin? I'm glad that I'm caramel at this point, because it's
can I go over what's on the screen here?
It's like a light skin, dark skin thing happening right here, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Now, so DMG, so I want to share what I have on the screen here. This was written by a scientist. The brother talking with the Anthony Hamilton hat on is not a scientist. An actual scientist put this document together. His name is Dr. Chris Curry, longtime scientist, been in the field for a very, very long time. I didn't write this. Dr. Chris Curry did at Fresno Pacific University. Man. Again, someone who actually planned to have reviews.
How can we trust that you didn't write this?
Well, listen. It's autographed here up top. As a matter of fact, anybody could have Dr. Chris Curry at any time you want to. The guy's a scientist. He was one of my professors. And so here you have someone who's actually making claims, right? Here it is. I produced a document to say otherwise. Now, Dr. Chris Curry has categorized all sorts of issues. For example, he says there are three basic kinds of scientists. The philosophical sciences, right? And so these are the sorts of things that the scientific method depends on. Now, most of the people who hold to, and I wrote old brother Laurel an apology in the comment section, because he said brother Mudiwa held to scientism, and he was not lying. I first was challenging that, but I owe the brother an apology. But
shout out to the electromagnetic messiah. Go ahead.
Now, so anyway, but there's all sorts of issues with the modern empirical scientific method. Now, one of the things that was admitted here is one of the same things that the scientist Dr. Chris Curry highlighted here, is that modern empirical sciences are limited in its methodology. They deal with the sorts of things that are material, okay? And so whether you're talking about physics, which is the highest of the modern empirical sciences, that deals with all physical matter, or biology, which deals with things that are biological, and so on and so forth, to anthropology, which is the least of the scientific. And then cultural anthropology, which falls under one of the social sciences. It's not simply just me saying it. This is what a scientist would tell you. Now, a lot of the times, what you actually have is you have people who don't have any idea what actual science is, and they get on to talk about scientific literacy and don't know the three basic kinds of sciences. And then they'll tell you, hey, I'm just pushing scientific literacy. Now, DMG, question for you, brother. Science seems to lend or depend on mathematics. True or false?
True.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, can you show me empirically, meaning through the 5 senses, because that's what modern empirical science measures? Can you show me 2 + 2 = 4 scientifically, like under a microscope? Or show me a 2. Let's make it simpler. Show me a 2.
If you don't stop with the ignorant comments, man.
DMG, can you show me a 2?
Bro, that's ignorant.
DeAndre here abusing people, man. Come
Bro,
on,
that
man.
was ignorant, bro.
Hey man, listen. Why
flat out ignorant?
DeAndre, why are you like this, man?
I just want, can you show me a 2?
Bro, that was just flat out ignorant, bro.
Asking you, why are you like this, man?
I'm asking, I want to see a 2.
Filibustering. He's
Hey,
filibustering,
listen.
bro.
Listen,
Filibustering.
listen.
Now,
listen.
watch this.
Put him
Now,
in the
watch
back,
this,
bro.
DMG.
He's
I get a
filibustering.
straight answer one day. Why are you like this, man?
Years and years of generational trauma. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
He's
DMG.
filibustering.
DMG,
Bro,
I'm asking you a question.
We're going to be here
DMG.
all day with this dude, man. We got other
DMG,
guests.
can I ask you a question,
Put
sir?
him in the back, man.
DMG,
Put
can
him
I
in
ask you a question?
the back.
I got one more question.
Night, bro.
Look. One question, and we got to get to Rocky.
DMG, so this is my
Subscribe
question.
now.
Why is there a white dude saying subscribe now? DMG, stop clicking that button. Don't click it again. Get Samuel L. Jackson or something so I feel cultured.
Stop
Now,
acting
DMG,
sassy. And ask
DMG,
your
let me.
question.
Here's a question. Here's a question for both.
Subscribe now.
DMG, don't click it again. I'm gonna go to Sign channel. Don't click it again.
Oh well, hell, I don't know why you said that.
Subscribe now.
All right, DMG, question for you. Here's a question. Here's a question for both of the guests. Right? Is 2 + 2 = 4? Is that a priori analytic or a posteriori synthetic? Which of the two is it?
Come
Scientific
on,
literacy.
Get this dude
Why?
in the back, man.
Hey, Leandre,
Put him in the
why
back.
do you like making me make the face like I'm on the toilet?
Why are you not, DMG? Can you answer
Put
why
him
you
in the
avoiding my
back,
question,
bro.
DMG?
He's going to hell fast, bro.
DMG, can you answer my question? Why are you
He's
avoiding my
going to
question,
hell
DMG? Why are
fast,
you scared?
DMG.
Hey, Rocky, what you got for us, man? Because I'm not playing with
They
Leandre.
scared, boy. They scared, boy. DMG,
I got a
scared
question
like
for
that.
Leandre too while he over here.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, Leandre. Yeah. Go ahead, Rocky.
Nah, I want to get to y'all questions first while it's on the top of my head, and I want to ask him.
No. Let's do this. Hey, Leandre, Rocky want to get together with you.
Oh, we said it already. We discussed it.
Oh, okay, y'all good. Okay, never mind. I thought that's what you was getting to. My bad. I'm behind. Go ahead.
Nah, it's not. So what I want to ask you two brothers, same question. Whoever can answer first, answer first. What I want to ask you is a lack of belief a belief?
It depends on what the lack of belief is in.
Well, in this context of atheism, right?
I would say yes.
Cool. And the brother, I don't know his name.
Mudiwa.
Are you asking me, brother? Like, no, a lack of belief is not a belief at all. It's non-belief. I don't believe in the abominable snowman. That doesn't mean that I believe in not believing in the abominable snowman. Like you have to throw away your personal bias about this conversation. If you are a believer, you have to throw away your personal bias. Your personal bias can be, I am a believer. And if that's the case, if you're asking a non-believer that question, you're not ever going to get the answer you expect.
Here's the problem with what he said, though. So just because he doesn't believe in the abominable snowman doesn't mean the abominable snowman doesn't exist. So
No.
I was going to ask a follow-up in regards to that, though. So my next question is, I'm sorry, go ahead, DMG, my bad.
No, go ahead. You good.
I was going to say, does a belief constitute an ideology? That's a question for
Not
both.
in and of itself, no. Not by the strictest definition of ideology. In the colloquial sense, yes.
I don't know what you mean by that, but brother DMG, what you think?
Man, Leandro, you gotta go, man. And now you putting look, man.
You know what? Where's Rabbi Lewis?
Get him up out of here, bro. He's being a distraction.
Nah, he good. He good.
Where's Rabbi Lewis's channel?
So,
you heard me.
Look, can you repeat that question, Rocky? My bad.
Where's Rabbi Lewis's channel?
I said,
I hate him.
You know what it is, bro. That's the European in him. That's why he's being disruptive.
Okay. Does a belief constitute an ideology?
No.
Okay. But those are my questions. I ain't want to insert my opinion on it. Also, Leandre.
Yes,
well, let me couch that real quick, because I want to make sure people understand what I'm talking about when I say belief. I'm strictly talking about a spiritual belief, because in terms of the ideology itself, you have to believe in whatever the tenets of that ideology is. So if you are conservative, you know, you would lean towards those conservative ways that would consist of whatever that conservative ideology is. I'm strictly talking about religious belief when I say.
So in the context of this, you're talking about system, belief system more so.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
Brother Rocky, let me ask you a question, Brother Rocky. This is Mugabe. And I want to ask you, this is where a lot of people have a problem with this conversation when it comes to religion and atheism. They use the word belief a lot. They try to make it seem as if both are belief systems, but one is fundamentally rooted in another word and one is not. That word begins with an F. What is that word that religion is fundamentally rooted in, but science is not? It starts with an F.
Subscribe now.
Man.
I mean, it's faith, but I'm atheist too.
There you go. Hold on, brother. Hold on. You nailed it. You nailed it. Religious belief is fundamentally rooted in faith. You do not find the concept of faith in science at all. It does not exist.
Subscribe now.
That's the fundamental difference, brother.
Okay, that's cool. You just set yourself up because I'm already knowing what Leandre gonna say if you get a chance to speak. But I want to ask Leandre this question, right?
Yes, sir.
What you know about Dostoevsky, man? I probably pronounced his name wrong, but I seen you join yesterday, man. What you know about Dostoevsky?
Hey, Fyodor Dostoevsky, man. Listen, that is my dog right there, man. I got shirts with Dostoevsky. Some of my books, the Basic Writings of Existentialism, but I also got his full thing of short stories. But Fyodor Dostoevsky, that's my dog right there. I love Dostoevsky.
Oh, hey, Leandre, that's the show with Nick, Existentialism. Rocky, you should come on.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with that topic, but I'll listen.
But listen. Like with Nick as well. So Nick is not necessarily. So like, if you ever want a conversation on Stoicism, Nick is someone who is heavily influenced by the Stoics. I actually think that Black folks themselves, because I think Stoicism is one of the founders.
I got a PowerPoint coming on Black Stoicism.
Okay, good. Yes, and that's one of the foundations.
Oh, that's dope.
That's one of the foundations of existentialism and Black existentialism as well. And the sort of attitudes towards the worlds and hardships and things like that. So, I love a lot of the Stoics. I think that that Black folks have been sort of heavily influenced by it. I think it was one of the necessary things, the necessary ideologies that were adopted in order to get us through some of the times we went through. That sort of Stoic approach to life. So but Nick is also a really good dude to talk to about Stoicism too. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
DMG, you can answer my question.
What question?
I asked, is
Hey,
it?
who's the other guest on the? Who's the other guest on the panel?
I asked.
I do want to
Rocky
say real quick.
DMG, who's the other guest on the panel?
Oh, that's my little bro Rocky, man. He a happy atheist like you, but he a young brother though, a young brother that's brilliant.
With the one with the R or the one with the hoodie?
The one with the R, the one with the hoodie. You know who that is? Triple C.
Who?
Charismatic Classic Craig.
Oh, that's okay.
That's Closeted Craig. Closeted Craig.
That's 4 different jerseys in one video, Craig, man.
Closeted Craig, man. Are you out yet?
Yeah, I'm out and about working. I just like listening to my 2 favorite brothers.
Finally out the closet, bro. I appreciate that, man.
I like your puns, Bookworm. I appreciate you. But
yeah.
you know, so I just want to see my 2 favorite brothers, Grand Supreme Master Elder Trick Daddy Mudiwa, your mama's favorite mailman, and the one and only Lord McBride, the greatest roaster and scholar on this planet we ever seen, Leandre the Slim Reaper. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did I tell you how Leandre was bragging about his model wife last night?
Listen, that's a fact.
I'm talking about literally pulling out pictures, talking about my wife's a model. What you look like?
That's a fact.
What happened last night on the show
man,
for that to happen?
This is a new. He dropped to a new form of petty, man. Mudiwa has a much more higher moral compass than Leandre.
Hey, you're right about that. DMG, DMG, 2 questions. DMG, 2 questions for you, bro.
What's that?
I'm gonna pose 2 things. You tell me the difference between the 2. I do not believe that there's water in the pond. Tell me the difference between that and I believe there's no water in the pond.
This boy keep trying to have philosophical conversations.
Can you answer the question,
about
DMG,
ideology of atheism.
DMG,
this boy can't stop, but he just can't stop it. He's a one-trick pony.
I mean, in this conversation, it's a relevant question.
He's a one-trick pony. Every conversation is going to lead back to some of his philosophical thought that he's got from his handlers. You're a one-trick pony, bro.
DMG, can you answer the question?
You're a whole one-trick pony, Leandre. Just for real, bro.
Listen,
you're a whole one-trick pony out here, bro.
And you are a retired, you're a retired hog, big dog.
You're a whole one-trick pony out here, bro. You came on here to talk about philosophy.
DMG,
we're talking about atheism as an ideology. You came on here to start having a conversation about philosophy.
Hey, y'all.
DMG, I'm being nice. Why can't I get my question answered, bro?
Hey, listen.
Hey, brother DMG, I'm finna bounce, bro. He wanna philosophy.
No, don't bounce.
He's derailing the whole show, bro. He's derailing. He's literally derailing, bro. In your face.
DMG, can you tell me the difference between the question? What's the difference between the 2 questions?
He's derailing. Look, he want to hear the answer bad. Look.
What's the difference, DMG?
Look, he wanted to see it. He wanted it bad. Look, let's talk about this philosophy. Oh, I got something. My friends at school showed me something. I want to show it to y'all. I got a new something. Look at him.
Hey, man, the tension between y'all 2, man. What is? Hey, can I get y'all? Can I get y'all for a conversation or what?
This is a drunk nigga who felt incense in front of 7-Eleven, and this is what he's angry about. Okay, I'm asking questions that are germane.
Hey, listen, real quick. I have the perfect conversation for you.
DMG, stop stalling. Answer my question.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. You mad because the host don't want to have your conversation?
I'm only gonna be on your channel from now on.
You mad because the host don't want to have your conversation?
Hey, just as long as Nick and the rest of your friends come on my channel.
No,
so
all banned from coming too.
So long, bye.
Hey, listen. I'm blocking everything.
And listen,
I'm getting
because I'm just as petty as you. Remember, I said Fresno is nice this time of year, so I heard.
We got ample. They just hired all kind of new police officers, bro. I just want you to know that.
That's what's up. That's why my record is squeaky clean and my name is good.
Listen, I'm gonna pull a Charleston White. You pull up in the city.
Okay. I'm
call the law.
Yeah, I'm not checking in.
Call the law.
I'm not checking in, Doc.
I'm a Mason, whip out on him and call the law.
I'm not checking in. So
hey, what Charleston White said, it's my dream to put a nigga in jail.
You look like a nigga that do that too, huh?
DMG.
Like Charleston White ass.
Matter of fact, since Mudiwa ain't that far from you, I'm gonna go check in with Mudiwa, and then I'm gonna get safe transport to you.
You better hope him and the other fat boys. Remember the rap group? Remember the movie Fat Boys, the orderlies. Remember the orderlies? You better hope him and the other orderlies that they tapped in out here in Fresno, because if him and the orderlies, if they ain't locked in, it's gonna be a misunderstanding with Chief Balderrama, Fresno Police Department. Now, can I get an answer to my question?
Boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere, man.
Boys.
Hey, you know what it is, Mudiwa?
What?
I be forgetting Leandre got that, he's indigenous to this land. And
it's
so
my land and y'all own it.
I think
indigenous to what land?
I think he got a little bit of like a superiority complex over us.
Man, that nigga ain't indigenous to that nigga. Indigenous to his backyard. That's about the only thing he indigenous to around this motherfucker. Indigenous to this land.
No. Hey,
y'all are wild.
He's still glued to the buffet table at hometown. DMG, can I get an answer to my question?
Y'all are wild.
DMG, I got a second. Craig, classic Craig, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Okay. 2 + 2 = 4. Is that a priori analytic or a posteriori synthetic?
Look, he really wants to have a philosophical conversation with you. Look, he's trying. He just hijacked your show, DMG.
Hold on, quick, Mudiwa. Say the three things you said again.
2 + 2 = 4. Is that a priori analytic or a posteriori synthetic?
I would say it's analytic.
A priori analytic. 2 + 2 = 4. Okay. So then that means, if that's the case, by the way, I think you're correct. And I think that most logicians, people who study logic, and scientists, they would all agree with that statement as well. If that's the case, if that's the case, then that mathematical formula, is that anything that you're going to be able to prove in a laboratory?
Oh, in the laboratory?
Yeah.
No.
Are you going to put that under a microscope and and be able to look at the sequence of the number 2 and see that if you add another one that it equals 4?
Because it's arithmetic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Now, so if that's the case, classic Craig, then is that based on is that science which uses mathematics? Is that based on a belief in the reality of the number 2, which is not quantifiable physically?
Okay, I understand. So I see what you're saying. There's really no proof behind it, the number 2 and its answers.
Wait a minute. Exactly. So when anybody leans and talks about atheism or talks about this belief in scientific literacy or science in and of itself, this is usually the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is someone who has no knowledge or expertise in any of the relevant subject. Someone who also claimed to have been a debater at San Jose State or something like that, right? And then didn't know what the course was at San Jose State. This is one of those people claiming to have had a college education, and it doesn't actually have one. They don't got these. See the tassels stuff? There's multiple tassels.
This
there's
shit
one up
crazy,
there,
bro.
One there. There's one down there. Multiple tassels. Honor Society. All kind of stuff. So, but there are people who came on and claimed to have this sort of education, claimed to have been a debater at San Jose State, and then don't know the
DMG, why are you giving this guy this much latitude, man?
So,
why are you giving this guy this much latitude?
Right.
DMG, last thing. I just want to say last thing, and I'm out. Can I say one thing?
Get him out the way, bro. He's in the way.
Let me answer his question so he can go peacefully and brag to my other brother about his wife being a model, which I didn't know. So I'm really surprised that she put up with you making her hand you out in books. That's really shocking to me.
Hey, listen. I run a tight ship around here.
I see, because if I would have known sis was a supermodel, I'd have been encouraging her to go back to Heidi Klum and all of these other outlets and get away from you. But anyway,
I don't know what her problem is, but she accepted.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you, especially after that conversation we had the other day. I wouldn't do that to you. But the answer to your question is one got a question mark and the other one don't. So
right. Well, no. The question mark is outside.
Shalom, man. What's going on, folks?
The question mark is outside of the quotation mark.
Okay, so you're right. But what?
Now that's grammatically correct on purpose.
Bro.
Right.
Bro.
One is saying though, I do not believe, and the other one is saying I believe.
Right.
There is. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah. I get that the words are different, but what's the material difference between them?
One is saying that they believe, like in other words, they think, or they're fairly certain that there is no water in the pond, and the other one is saying is kind of more or less like inferencing or accent or not.
No, the person's not asking anything.
Hey, peace to the panel family. Peace to the panel family. We're not here to have a philosophical conversation with this guy.
Hey, DMG.
Hey, what's going on? Who is that? Who's that out about shopping?
And your guests
don't mute that guy, bro? Because we've been talking for about 30 minutes.
Mudiwa. He wrapping up. I promise. He wrapping up. He wrapping
about
up.
30 minutes, bro.
He gotta go.
He's killing the build, bro.
I understand. He wrapping up. He wrapping up.
Last thing in the mouth. DMG, I'm praying for you, bro. One day you get control of your panel and your guests are gonna come over talking you, and they'll let you finish the statement.
Really?
I'm praying for you, brother. I'm praying for you, bro.
Really?
One day you get control of your guests.
You know what? You are the great disruptor, and you owe me when you get my package. Confirm.
You said it was a 2-day, and you lied.
No, I didn't.
That ain't go fly on other people's platform, DMG. That ain't go fly on other people's platforms.
I sent it Friday.
DMG, it's Monday. Where's that?
They don't count the weekends, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, you being cheap with the shipping, bro. You being cheap.
Hey, DMG, I appreciate it. Hey, Slim, you know it's all love, brother. You know, if anybody listens to you, I'll kick their ass off. You know that, brother. But I gotta let me
Ratchet, Classic Craig. This is why I like being on your show. And listen, DMG,
like really, bro, like this is getting ridiculous, bro.
And
if that was JJ 7000, he wouldn't have been here. He would have got kicked off 15 minutes ago.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you gotta. This dude has hijacked your show. Literally,
try to lace your shoes without losing your breath.
This boy has hijacked your show.
All right, Leandre, we gonna holler at you.
Hey, you know what? I've been kicked out of better places than this.
I bet you have.
I have. I'm out.
Hold on. All right, we'll see you, Slim. I got something.
Hey, Mudiwa, you fat.
Ooh, shit. God damn, you gotta get rid of the riffraff faster, bro. This shit is ridiculous.
Oh man.
Bro, I know that's funny and all, but damn.
I thought y'all was gonna put y'all differences aside and actually have a conversation, but y'all, it's too much. It's too much animosity.
Hey, shalom, man. Can everybody hear me, man?
Yeah, we hear you, Bill.
Yeah, what's going on, DMG? What's going on, Craig?
Peace, bro.
I'm just going around. Corey, I don't know the other cats, man. But I'm just saying, man, just based on the topic, the brother Mudiwa admitted, like, yes, I do have an ideology, and that is atheism. I mean, that's the only thing I wanted to point out, man, before everything got sidetracked.
Well, if I may, what he said was his ideology was scientific literacy, and his atheism was a byproduct of that ideology. Am I misrepresenting you, Mudiwa?
That was very accurate, brother.
So so he kind of put me in a full Nelson because I also asked him then, I say, so I can't really call you primarily an atheist, and he said no.
Yeah, but the whole definition of atheism, the way they come about it is lack of belief in God. It's like, man, I really want to see God. We know there's a God, but unless I see him, then I'll believe there's a God.
Oh, that's a good point, Mudiwa. What you got to say about that, man?
I didn't hear a word he said. His audio is horrible.
So what he
so
said
y'all can't hear me
Man,
now?
I heard this.
Nah, you
I
clear.
heard this audio good.
I heard
I heard this audio clear.
He clear.
Oh, the nigga trying to get down. He trying to sidestep me, huh? Oh, okay.
Nah, he perfectly clear. I need that mic.
I mean, I
This
didn't
is
hear
what
you,
these
bro.
this is what these brothers say, and I'm trying to be cool because I know you live right now, DMG.
Okay, hold on, bro. Can somebody repeat what he said? Because I'm literally
No, nigga,
hearing
I
his
can
voice.
repeat what I said.
Bro, listen.
Yeah, don't repeat
your
what you
audio
said,
is
Z.
horrible
So
on
look,
my
it
end,
sounds like he genuinely didn't hear you. Go ahead and repeat it, bro.
Okay, but so-called atheists, they don't say I don't believe in God. They say I have lack in the belief in God, as if I need to see God to believe in God. But we believe in God. This is what they do, man. Did you hear that?
What's your question?
This is a statement.
Oh, okay. If that's your statement, if that can be your statement, that don't make it factual.
Well, but do you disagree?
That means you asking me, is it a question or not?
No, I'm saying, do you disagree with the statement that I just made?
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. The way science works,
man, we ain't gonna do all the tautology, man. Do you disagree with the statement that I just made?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to be quiet so I can answer your statement because you didn't put it in the form of a question. Let me be quiet and let me answer your statement. If you're saying that most atheists say something about a lack of belief instead of saying I don't believe, that, sir, is the scientific method. Science is not dogmatic. The same way when you go get that paternity test from when that girl you fucked that freaknik 10 years ago.
That ain't the same, nigga.
And it said that you are 99.9% not the father and not 100%.
That is not the same at all.
That's what science does, sir.
Be quiet
and listen.
Okay, so you rebuttal with another statement. Now,
do y'all got history too?
Yeah, we do too. He's another.
He been. Yeah. I keep my foot in this Curious George ass nigga. However, now that goes back to Mudiwa. Do you have any scientific proof that God don't exist, man?
You got to be the dumbest motherfucker on the
planet. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker.
You can't ask a question like that though, bro, because you can't prove like he can't. The way you worded that question is
no. This is a question, man.
Pretty much, he have to prove that there's not an intelligent designer behind all of this.
Right.
You can't prove that nothing exists. Like you can't. That's not a thing.
Subscribe now.
No, that ain't the question.
Because a dang Big Bang Theory ain't gonna explain to you how everything came into existence.
And it don't line up. It don't line up.
And evolution definitely don't explain that, because our evolution is the development or change of something, meaning the advancement or change of something, not things coming into existence. That's creation.
We're not on evolution though. That's man.
Now that's an aspect of atheism though. That's an aspect of atheism. He's bringing his ideologies. He's introducing his ideologies, and evolution is one of those things. So,
and this is why I said the name of the show, the way I'm seeing it, this is atheism and ideology. The brother already done got backed into a corner and said, yes, my ideology is science. Okay.
You know what I think? I think atheism is just a retro version of theism. They take a lot of theistic concepts and they flip them, and then they try to take away a God. Like, say for instance, the names of the I'm gonna tell you exactly how. I'll tell you exactly how. Because let's talk about the dating system, right? Atheists, they turned it from Christian era to common era on a secular concept. But the dating system was actually first called the Christian era. But atheists who didn't believe in God, they turned it into common era. But yet they don't even know the history of what caused it to be the common era without theism. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was no Jesus Christ, then what was so important throughout history in the 1st century AD or 1 AD for them to call it the common era if it wasn't the birth of Jesus Christ?
That's when you drop the bomb, DMG.
Nobody have an answer. So you date your so this is why I say atheism take theistic stuff and use it, but they don't believe in no God or no religion.
Facts.
How you gonna have a dating system without the birth of Christ? How you dating? How you basing a dating system off somebody that's mythological?
How you doing?
If the dating system is mythological, I mean, if the origins of the dating system is mythological, the whole dating system is mythological itself.
So what the brother Takori is trying to tell y'all is
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That atheism is the sidekick of theism.
Oh man.
It is what it is.
He's saying theism is son in atheism.
Yeah, they get their concepts from us. They get all their concepts from us. They get their
hold on.
from
Hey,
us.
give Mudiwa a chance to respond, man, because I want to see his response. I want to hear it.
He can't respond. But we'll give him a chance.
Mudiwa, is it fair to say atheism wouldn't exist if it wasn't for theism?
No, that's not fair to say. That's not fair to say at all. There's always been people that didn't have a belief system. There's always been those people.
Always?
Yeah, always.
I bet you he can't back it up with no proof.
But the thing about it is it's like I just want people to be intellectually honest, man. And the intellectual honesty says that if our species has been on this freaking planet for 300,000 years.
Can't prove that neither.
Yeah, that's proven. That our species has been on this planet for 300,000 years. That this is there's scientific proof that supports.
Bro, first of all, even if you
let him go.
If you have, and I'm just talking about the monotheistic religions as we know today, the big boys, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Them joints ain't even 10,000 years old. And if I multiply that times 10, that's only 100,000 years old. If I multiply it by 10, that's only 100,000. Our species is 300,000 years old. You have to be an intellectual
Subscribe now.
idiot. You have to be an intellectual moron to think that everybody has always been a believer, particularly the way that you believe today.
Hey, Mudiwa, let me ask you
either
a question.
die a hero or you live
You know,
long enough to see yourself become the
everybody
villain.
knows that what he just said sounds stupid as hell, right?
Do you know how fiber structure work in bones, Mudiwa? Hello?
I'm hearing.
Do you know how fiber structure in bones work, bro?
You said fiber structure?
Yes, in bones.
No, explain it to me since you want to tell me.
I'm gonna tell you something because you're not a scientist, bro. So I'm gonna tell you something. Fiber structure in bones are one of the things that are actually responsible for you producing bones. At the age of 20, in the 20s and the 30s of our age, we are actually capable of producing the most bones of over 200 and something bones at the age of 20. At the age of 65, we stop producing those bones. You basing all that off some fake bones, but yet those bones take 45 years to deteriorate. Mind you, that you're talking about, yes, it take 45 years. I'm not saying for it to disintegrate. I'm saying for it to get weak. This is why old people bones are real weak. And by 45 years, at 65 years old, you're not gonna have the same bone structure as you is in the 20s. That's just point blank period. So are you telling me? So are you telling me this? Are you telling me that people that are you telling me that bones can deteriorate in 45 years in a human being, but they can't do it after the human being die and the bone is in the dirt? It don't deteriorate for over hundreds and thousands of years after that? Are you serious, bro?
I'm literally telling you, Corey, that young brother, you really
Hey,
Don't
DMZ,
throw no ad
hey, chill,
hominems,
man.
bro. Just
Chill,
answer the
bro.
question. Just answer the
I
question.
am answering the question. You don't like the answer, but then here's the
Nah,
answer.
I just don't want you ad hominem me.
Here's the I'm not ad homing you.
Go ahead.
Name. I'm not calling you out your name. I'm not insulting you in any way. I'm saying
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying young brother, you don't know what you're talking about. If a fossil is in the right conditions, it can be preserved for thousands of years, good brother. It's the reason why it's called fossilized. Stop playing with me, man. I'm not, brother.
Bro. You do know that natural. You do know that natural.
Stop, bro. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Full stop.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, yo! I just want to stick to the top. I just want to stick to the topic, man. Where Mudiwa had to agree. Well, Mudiwa had to agree that science is his goddamn religion, man. Whether it's bullshit or not.
Can you please mute Zerubbabel? He's not.
Why you gotta mute me, man? I'm trying to stick to the goddamn topic.
Can you please mute him? He's not adding value to the conversation, DMG.
How do you name the planets with Atheism?
God.
We gotta
Hey,
stop
Rocky,
this.
you making it worse, brother. You know what Kanye was. Come on, Rocky. Come on, Rocky.
Rocky, man, you gotta.
Hold on, right
Yo,
quick.
bro, I'm sorry, bro.
Since Rocky can't mute himself, Kanye would be ashamed, brother. You know what? Fucking
Hey,
Kanye
man.
would laugh too. Kanye would laugh too. I don't know why.
Hey,
Hey,
Rocky.
hey.
I know for a fact me and Rocky in the same condition.
But y'all tripping. Hey, bro,
Rocky an atheist too, I think.
Yeah, Rocky an atheist. You know, his
Yeah,
master teacher was
I'm trying to understand how did y'all learn the names of the planet with Atheism? Because they named them. Because when you look at the term Jupiter, Jupiter was the name of a Roman, was a king of a Roman god. I mean, of the Roman gods, and
Who
even
gives a
NASA.
fuck?
Bro, this guy. Hey, Mudiwa Mugabe, that man. I'm telling you that atheism don't have no real significance. That it's a bite off, ripped off version of theism.
Corey, look at my face, bro. I could be a whole Christian and my name be Christian. I could be a whole atheist and my name be Christian.
We just saying that you needed theism. We just saying that you needed theism to name it. You needed theism for the smallest thing of naming a planet, bro.
Please hear me, Corey. The things that you're saying are non sequitur, family.
Bro,
they have nothing to do with the conversation, family.
Bro, this is about your atheism, right?
Oh.
I'm genuinely crying, man.
This is about your atheism, right?
Drop a bomb, DMG. Come on, man.
This is crazy, man.
Y'all couldn't even name the planets with atheism. You couldn't. That's why I'm saying atheism is just a cheap knockoff of it's just a cheap knockoff of theism. That's what y'all is. Y'all talk about science. We already did science. We did that thousands of years before atheism. Atheist popped up. We did all that. Logic, all that. It ain't really nothing significant or unique about atheism.
Okay, and now what?
Okay, so what's the point of being an atheist then?
So what? Okay, now what? And what? I'm trying to get to the point. Like,
what's the point of being an atheist?
Hold on, listen, stop for a second. I'm gonna let you rant and beat up.
No,
atheism.
I'm not gonna rant, bro. I'm not gonna rant, bro.
I'm getting to a serious point. You can talk all the shit you want to about atheism. You can talk all the shit you want to about atheism. You can be totally against evolution all you want to. But guess what? Your babies is getting taught evolution in school. Your babies, when they have
Yeah,
to
that's
take,
called
let
indoctrination.
me finish. When your babies have to take biology in high school and middle school, they're not going to be taught no Christian concepts. They are going to be taught biology, science. Everything that you're talking about right now is irrelevant in the real
Yeah, they teaching us that we are
world.
they're teaching us that we came by accident.
Hey,
You
so
That's
didn't
what they
understand a word
saying.
I said, huh, bro?
No,
hold,
no,
hold on
no.
right quick. Hold on right quick, too, sorry.
That's what evolution is.
Hey, hold
Hey,
on.
Evolution says that we
we got
got here
another
by chance.
Hold on.
we got another guest on the panel. Jacob, go ahead.
Yeah. Get Jacob on here. How you doing, Jacob? And after that, I need to ask Mudiwa a couple of things.
Can y'all turn y'all mics up? That shit is hecka low. I can barely hear.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to.
Hey, what's up, man?
There you go, Stephen. Invite.
I'm hearing myself echo.
You have another device? Is your phone on? Is your phone on the program?
Everybody mute out. Some is giving feedback. Everybody muted. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say,
So when black
let me
people
see if
talk, it don't everybody ain't got to mute when black people talk, but when a white person got to say something, we all got to mute, right?
I said we was getting feedback. That's
Yeah, you
why
right. You
everybody.
right. Yeah. All
That's
right.
crazy. You wild for that one. That's wild.
Man, it was worse on Garfield's channel.
I'm gonna go out and come back in because my audio is getting worse and worse.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
I
don't run neither, bro. Don't run.
got something to ask you too, Mudiwa.
all right. I'll be
Yeah,
right back, bro.
yeah, come back,
Yeah.
bro. Don't run, bro. We need
Okay.
you, bro.
God
Yeah.
damn.
But
Audio.
The
anyway,
sound quality sound good on my end. I don't
Yeah,
hear
I
no
can't
it
hear
feedback.
you
sound
guys. It's like this, but my speaker is like it sounds horrible. Let me see.
Yeah, you just got your ears punched out. That's why you can't hear us.
All
but
No,
right,
I'm
I'll be
joking.
back
I'm
in a
joking,
minute.
Mudawa. I'm joking,
but,
Mudawa.
but I want to say this right here. Rocky. Long time no see. You and I spoke. Um, I'm real cool with Ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So you and I
Yes.
spoke for a while. I don't know if you remember me, but we went back and forth. Kyle is like a big brother to me, but he's the
Yeah,
only young
Rocky, you made him an atheist.
man. He ain't make me know. Come on, man. But check this out. Kyle like a big brother to me, kind of. You know what I'm saying? He's the only young old person I listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so there's some things I would like to do with you and talk with you on Paradigm Shift. You know what I'm saying? Rubel, you're always welcome. You know what I'm saying? Takari, of course, you're always welcome to, man. And for those of you who don't know, Takari, he debated over at the other den over there. He debated Zion on a flat Earth debate. Takari's position was Earth was flat. Zion was talking about it with the spirit Earth. Takari beat him. Takari put that pressure on individuals. You know what I'm saying? And here at Paradigm Shift, we have something called the Battle of Ideologies. It's verses for short. We have a no judging system. Not only that, we do have the debate structure where it is you can show a source. You know what I'm saying? It's argument based. At the end of the day, depending on how well you're doing the argument, you can woo and awe the audience and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we try to stay away from all judges because of the bias and the confusion. You know. But if any of you guys are interested, please let me, Ratchet Craig, know or DMG know. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get you on the verses and battle of ideology. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got another guest.
Yeah, I need to debate flat Earth with somebody, cause I'm the flat Earth god, the flat Earth warrior, man. I
That's
level
wild.
everything out.
That's
Oh,
wild.
who
I
said
mean,
that?
hold on. I know this ain't my goddamn show, man, but I know somebody that came in and they was wanting to say they piece or whatever.
What a dude went? What a I ain't gonna say white guy, but what a guy went?
You mean Jacob? I think he got knocked off. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but it's another dude that came on. Peace, brother. What's your spill? While we're waiting on Mudiwa to come back on.
Who, me?
There was another guy that came in. Is that my brother Kuhani?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, Chief? Happy late birthday. Heard you turn
Yeah,
25.
right on, right on.
Yeah, so what's your spill, brother? What's your
Uh,
spill, brother? Welcome to the Mudiwa show.
my spiel is simply this. Uh, atheism, it is an ideology, but I feel that people try to over intellectualize atheism to a large extent, and they tend to mess each other up doing that. The ideology is just a belief system, basically what I'm
Interesting.
saying.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. So do you also feel like at the end of the day, right, that since it's a belief system, it pretty much puts them on par with individuals who have a belief in God also, to where it's someone would be religious?
Repeat it again.
Like, since you said like since it's an ideology, right, and since it's a pretty much a belief, right, do you believe that it put them on par with someone that is religious at the end of the day, or what do you feel about it?
I mean, ideology is just it's really just a belief system. Like they're kind of the person who doesn't believe in God, that's their own. Like ideology don't even have to be confined to a religion either. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
Like
That's true.
my ideology could be just democracy,
Right.
right? Or
Right.
communism. I believe in a communist ideology. Just means belief. It's not. People over intellectualize these things a lot.
Hmm. So why do you think they do that? Why do you think they try to over intellectualize it, Kohani?
I think mainly due to the fact they want to try to put themselves over somebody who has an opposite belief than they do. Like they're more concerned with winning a particular debate than actually just keeping it simple.
Okay.
I'd
Okay,
like
I
to
get you
offer
with
some
that.
pushback on that if I could.
Yeah, go ahead, Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So, brother, I think there was something very important in how you described ideology. Um, and you said belief system, like specifically, right? Like a system of beliefs. Um, and the problem with that is atheism is simply lack of belief, right? Then you can get into the argument of is a lack of belief a belief, right? But then you'd have to also say that a belief specifically constitutes an ideology. But if I'm saying there is no God, right? That doesn't mean that there is a system behind my saying there is no God.
Interesting. Interesting.
But
Interesting.
if you ask me, um, how can I say? If you ask me to elaborate on that, I think I say I'm an agnostic atheist, right? Because the way I would go about explaining my view of atheism will be in an agnostic way, right? Like I don't know. You can't prove it. You can't disprove it. I'm kind of in I don't know middle ground.
So basically, you're saying you lukewarm.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying.
Because I kind of get confused with all the terminology. When people, a lot of people know goddamn well what they believe in. It's a belief system, whether you believe in God or not. What you chose to do is believe something else.
Hold on. Let's all do something real quick.
I think Mudiwa
DMG,
just jumped back on, by the way.
Bro, can y'all hear me or yeah? No.
We can hear you. We can hear you. I think
Yeah, we
DMG can
gotta
take
let
it too.
Mudiwa talk. This is show.
Yeah, yeah, and plus,
Hold
you
up.
know,
Somebody
we
look
gotta.
up ideology real quick and just share their screen. Somebody just look up the definition of ideology.
I mean, I think DMG he pretty much out. I mean, you know, plus I'm in the truck, so I can't even do it. But hey,
Hell, based off of what the word is, it's the study of ideals. Because you got
Ideology
ID
is a
and
system of belief.
ology.
hey, but hold up.
Ideology is a system of ideas and ideals, especially one which forms the basis of economic or political theory and policy. Like, for example, the ideology of democracy.
Hey, but hold on, check this out. Hold that thought. Now, I got to get back to the start of the show. So we are being rude to the brother. Now, Mudawa, you there? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Mama,
here.
great elder.
I'm here, family. What's going on?
Okay, so
Nobody being rude. He just confesses. He confessed that he has an ideology, and
listen, listen.
atheism is it. That's it.
Hold on. But let's get back with this. So Mudawa, you have survived countless assassination attempts, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you're still standing. You know what I'm saying? But I want to ask you this right here, Chief, because I'm looking at your conversation with you and Slim Reaper, right? Slim Reaper's philosophizing and how he pretty much in a lot of ways basically. And I think Mudawa dropped off. I think he's at. You still there, Mudawa?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Okay. So how seeing how Slim Reaper philosophized, right? I can understand his point, but I understand your point completely too, right? With philosophy, at the end of the day, right? Does philosophy have any measures of the scientific method?
The short answer to that is yes and no. The short answer to that is you don't use philosophy when dealing with science. Science is a system of measurements.
Right.
You have to have empirical data in order for something to qualify as being a science. Philosophy is just simply an idea. It can be half-assed, it can be half-baked, it can be totally bullshit. It's just a philosophy. Like for example, uh, 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 um, the KKK has a certain philosophy in ideology. The Nazis, a certain philosophy and ideology. Uh, uh, um, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party. You know, those are philosophies and ideologies. Those are it doesn't have to have facts to back it up. It doesn't have to have data to back it up. It just has to have people that adhere to it. That's why when we first got into this conversation when it was just DMG and I on the conversation, I had DMG put up the Oxford definition of ideology. The Oxford definition of ideology says exactly what the brother just read a few minutes ago, and there's no gray area with that. But if you want to use atheism and say colloquially that it can be considered an ideology, I'll agree with that. If you want to say colloquially it's an ideology, okay, cool. I'm not gonna fight you about that. I'm not gonna sit up here and go into a whole argument with you. But I understand where that comes from with most people. When they hear ideology, they think synonymous with belief, but that's not how atheism conducts itself. It doesn't conduct itself in mere philosophy and belief. And then if you're comparing it to someone's religious belief system, what is the main ingredient that is missing from atheism that the religious belief systems have? And that's the words that starts with an F, faith. That's what makes you a believer, because you have faith in what you say. There is no faith in science. There is no faith in atheism. It does not coincide with each other. So,
Science. Hold on. Science is all about faith.
oh man, it's remarkably wrong, bro.
Okay, so hold on real quick. So Mudawa. Check it out, right? Okay, so you know, of course, you know, I'm on thin ice, so I'll probably be arguing ratchet about this later on. You know what I'm saying? So check it right. So when we get into the whole mix of the whole thing, right? So you know a scientist or any researcher make a hypothesis, right? Because even though quantum physics is not necessarily physics, you know what I'm saying? You still have some renowned scientists that, well, physicists that do study it, right? The so-called unknown until they get it, right? So a lot of them would say they would use philosophical practices to pretty much in a lot of ways hypothesize certain what was the word? Cosmological events and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you had the conversation with Nick, Leandre's friend, right, and how he said that when you said there's no miraculous virgin birth, right, and I agree with you, I rode with you with that, right, and Nick pretty much said, well, there's no possible evidence that it couldn't possibly happen, the possibility and the probability, right? So would you say that's probably what Slim Reaper is using when he goes into that form of philosophy? Would you say that, or would you say it's basically going off completely off of his face?
I mean, you can if you want to use probability and possibility, if you want to use that, you can. But if science is looking at possibility and probability, science is going to go to with the thing that's most probable, not with just what might be possible, but what is the thing that is the most probable. And that's where science and the religions separate from each other. Like when you talk about a virgin birth, it's we don't have any evidence to say that it's possible within the Homo sapiens species. So guess what? The science is going to say that it's highly not probable. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you completely. Because matter of fact, I don't know any mammal that could possibly do that. Now reptiles, yeah, parthenogenesis. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you know, I say that's like a weird way of cloning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, I don't know any warm-blooded creature that could possibly do that.
But then when you look at the history of that region of the world, that Middle East region, that what they call the Levant region, the Palestine region, the Mediterranean region, that was a very common assertion about people's rulers. They would say, because that's what made you pure, that you came from a virgin. They even said Caesar came from a virgin. They said all kind of people were born of a virgin. That was a sign of you being a pure person. It was never meant to be considered literally. But here we are in 2023, 2024 on the door of it, and people are still trying to take that concept as being literal. And it's not cool. It's like you got to look at what's scientifically probable, what's scientifically possible, and then you have to use common sense. That's all, bro.
I get you.
All right, so the brother keep on saying probable and possible. So that's basically talking about statistics. Do you have any statistical facts that says a Big Bang theory happened and it just so happened in Africa?
I don't speak Big Bang cosmology, bro. You never heard.
Okay, all right. So I guess we talk about some two different things.
You don't, right? I don't. Anybody that knows me, you, Craig, to Corey, anybody that's in earshot, you know that I don't deal with Big Bang cosmology. I don't think there's enough evidence for someone to sit down and really just start spitting about that stuff. At least not on our neophyte level. I'm not
Okay,
gonna.
so you okay? So that's another new age philosophy that you done ran into. That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, that's like you being a selective atheism.
Right.
How?
That's like you
They
selecting
go wherever the
mainstream
wind blows,
sciences
man.
that you really want, that can suit you. You know,
No, that's not. No, that's not.
because the mainstream sciences talk about an evolution. They're not consistent with it. First they talked about it was nothing, then they said it was a dense ball of fire, then they just said it's a dense point. It was a dense point, you know. So that's part of evolution though. That's the cosmic part of evolution. You know, that how everything evolved from this single point, you know, that they still ain't tell us what it was. So we just saying we kind of heard you and Andrew and them talking about a Big Bang theory, you know. If there's not a Big Bang theory, as an atheist yourself and who don't believe in a Big Bang theory, how did everything get here?
I think that having a conversation about the beginning of everything is beyond the scope and magnitude of everybody on this phone and anybody that's hearing my voice in the future. I don't think that there's enough scientific evidence or religious evidence to prove how things began in totality. Now, that being said, the hypothesis that's put on the table by the adherents to the Big Bang Theory, they have come up with a plausible possibility. They have come up with that. Do I totally agree with it? No, I don't. But it exceeds the the probability. I'm gonna say that again. It exceeds the probability of the creation narrative.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. So,
Yeah, right. It seems like we're going in a different direction right now, man.
hey, Mudiwa, you philosophizing right now, brother. Mudiwa going deep. Hey,
He done doubled down and damn did a moonwalk.
Oh yeah. He's so deep. He defied gravity right there. But check it out, Mudiwa. Check it out. So by listening to you, and I think a lot of people kind of misunderstood your points with it, right? I'm not going to use the word believe, even though a lot of people use it off of force of habit. But you are a strong advocate for the scientific method when it comes down to knowing. When it comes down to knowing about the natural world and beyond, possibly, right?
I think that when it comes to us as people, the human beings that we're speaking to on this phone, all of us, I think that the scientific evidence supports evolution far more than any of the hundreds of creation narratives that exist in this world.
Well, when you go into the book of Genesis, when it talk about everything came forth after its own kind, I mean that's that's part of the creation because everything has a function, and we know the definition of function is represented as purpose, and purpose comes from an ideal to determine how something gonna function or how something gonna be. So when you say that evolution succeeds a creator or an intelligent designer, which is somebody that is exclusive to, I mean, not exclusive, but conclusive to information and that uses information to create or bring everything into existence. Because we know for a fact that when everything functions a certain way for a specific purpose, we know that it was determined by something that has intelligence, which comes from a mind that comes from a thought. You know what I'm saying? But with the evolution thing, like I believe in some parts of evolution, like I believe in like the evolution part, I believe is the development part of evolution. I don't deny all of evolution. I do believe, I mean, I do know about the fact of things developing, but when you telling us that because evolution tell us that we was a amoeba, we was a microbe, and then we evolved into a fish, then we crawled on the earth and evolved into a monkey, then evolved into a human. That sounds like shape-shifting to me, if you ask me. Just a long shape-shifting process. Because do you know how much information in a human genome or genetic structure will have to be taken away and added? There's not a such thing as the addition of new information, but it is a such thing as scrambled information. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, because it'll take new information for a frog to evolve into a deer. Not saying that you believe that, but it's because they got different cellular structures. So they will have to, there are certain genetic walls that keep that from, I mean, that stop that from happening.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So check this out, right? On the Mudiwa show, we got a new panelist on. Then after that, I got to get back to Mudiwa. I believe your name's Isaiah, brother, right? Yo, introduce yourself. What's up, Chief?
Peace to the family. How you doing? I was just listening. Sorry. Oh, I was just listening in, and I wanted to just give you guys a few people that you can look up to actually to like do some research on, because there actually are a few scientists who do have actual theorems and also theories of how everything exists outside of the Big Bang. And we even have like machines like the James Webb Telescope that are actually trying to see beyond and what caused it. So
did we lose him?
No, the brother's still right here. I think he probably
Nah,
has something with
he
his
fell
signal.
off. He fell off.
He fell off. If you
Yeah,
come back
well, if they
on,
trying
brother,
to
let you
if
on.
they trying to find out what happened after what caused the Big Bang, then they can't be telling us this as if it's facts, because they got to find out what caused it first. You
But
know, so
I don't think any of the scientists are presenting it as being factual. They will
nah, they
literally
present it as being factual.
they literally
They pres
present it. They literally present Big Bang cosmology as the Big Bang theory. They
Yeah, like
literally present it. They literally present it as such.
and that's the thing. I'm like, how are you trying to present something as facts that you're actually calling a theory? And if it's not facts, then why is schools teaching us something that they don't even call facts? You need to be teaching us facts if you truly want us to be educated. We ain't trying to hear about no theories, or we don't want to think. We want to know. So we don't want to be hearing about no darn theories. Tell us what you know. You know, but I,
Damn.
I, yeah. Like,
I got
why we going to school to think some shit instead of know some stuff?
To be
That's
fair,
crazy.
it's generally accepted. It is a generally accepted concept. Like you can, like, there's an argument, right, to be had that it's not complete, right? There are holes to poke in it, but it is a generally accepted concept. To be fair,
Globally, not just a few people, that just a handful of people in a room somewhere that concocted this thing and trying to force it on everybody. This is the global academic consensus. We're not talking about a room full of people in white lab coats that just put together something and said, okay, we're going to make the world believe this. No, this is independent research from all over the world, family, from all walks of life. This isn't just some spooky people in a room somewhere saying, aha, we're gonna make them believe this to get God out of the picture. That's not how any of this works, man. That's not
Yeah,
how.
but that's what it does, though. You know, when Charles Darwin came out with his concepts, the churches started questioning Genesis chapter 1. They started questioning the creation story.
Well, we know that the creation narrative is not factual. We know that that's not, it's not even, we know that it doesn't hold water, family. Like, come on, like you can, even if you're a believer, at some point you got to say to yourself, okay, this is ancient mythology that these people put together, and I adhere to this ancient mythology, and it is what it is. It's no different than any other culture's ancient mythology. There's ancient mythology that said that man came from trees. There's ancient mythology that say man came from the water. There's ancient mythology that say man came from sand. There's all kind of ancient mythology, bro. Like but none of it's rooted in science, family. Like I mean, you can adhere, you can live your life by that mythology and say, okay, yeah, this is the mythology that I'm rocking with. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. I'm going to live my life according to this, but it doesn't make it factual, family.
Hey, that should be a great term that most people should be using. Big Bang Theory is just mythology, right? And there's no proof. There's no scientific evidence for it. So ever,
yeah,
right?
I mean,
The
there is an
theory is
argument to
deep.
be had. There is an argument to be had for the Big Bang Theory, right? Um, so it's not like we can just throw it out the window because it doesn't totally make sense to us,
Well,
right?
why not?
So should
Until
we
you
throw
until you
creationism
come
out
with a until you
completely
Right.
out?
come with a hold on,
Niggas,
hold on.
hey, cats already, they'll throw the Bible out just because it doesn't make sense to them.
Because we have alternative evidence to refute
And
what the narrative is
we
No,
have
saying.
you don't.
alternative evidence. We have alternative, so you can refute things coming from, I mean, coming into existence without creation?
Well, can I ask you,
Are you
brothers?
serious, bro?
Do y'all know what
What
the
are you
Big Bang
doing,
Theory
bro?
is? Like simply put, like what is the Big Bang Theory to you, brothers?
Yes, yes. They say that everything came from a dense point that expanded, and about for all of these chemicals, about for all of these novas and other things like that, gases and plasmas, and these things and gravity formed all these things into a sphere and all this other stuff, which gravity doesn't exist, but that's another topic though.
But see that now you're going into your own ideology about gravity not existing, about
That's
the
crazy,
Earth
man.
being
That's crazy.
flat. You know,
Yeah, that's crazy. Gravity not existing is crazy. I mean,
but these are the people that we're talking to right now.
You see, and it's crazy because when we deny certain things, y'all don't even investigate about gravity. I bet you, Mudiwa, you haven't did no experience proving gravity. The other guy, he ain't do no experience proving gravity. I can use y'all own equations to debunk y'all. Do y'all know how much force would be applied on a human being in order for gravity to bend the whole? I mean, not a human being, the Earth to be able to bend the Earth into a sphere. Do you know how much force that's gonna take? Y'all don't. You don't know. The Earth is 5.97 times 10 to the 24 power kilograms. That's heavy as hell. So it's gonna take a force just that much for gravity to be able to curve the Earth into a ball, and we are subjected under that pressure. That's like over millions and millions of pounds of pressure being applied to our body. That can kill us. That's how much force of gravity, and that's according to y'all equations. That's according to the gravitational constant equations. And I've been bringing that up in the back check because I know a lot of people, like a lot of globalists and things. I'm not trying to make this a flat earth global thing, but I'm just saying because these people are calling me crazy for not believing in gravity, but they never truly proved that gravity exists. Somebody told them that something falling is gravity, but you can't prove that gravity is what causes things to fall. I say things fall because of density of an object in the medium that the object is
so
around.
brother, I don't want to get too far. This is Brother Mudawa show, but I do just want to ask you one time because you were referring to the bending and the curvature of the Earth, and I think there's a misunderstanding there of exactly like what gravity is. What is gravity?
Gravity is the force that pulls everything towards the center. It's an attractive force. And some say that it's the downward acceleration of 9.8 meters per second square or per second every second.
And you don't adhere to gravity; you adhere to density.
Yes,
Oh man,
yes.
so
This is what we're dealing with. So if
So
you
so 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 show me how I'm crazy then.
no,
Show
no,
me
I'm
what
not,
I'm
I'm not,
dealing with.
I'm not, I'm not
No,
saying you.
because you just said so why you said this is what we dealing with.
I'm
Am
saying
I
this is.
crazy?
I'm saying. I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm saying that. I'm saying that you and a lot of people are are um are experiencing, what do they call it?
Dunning
Uh,
Kruger.
no, 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 not Dunning Kruger. No, no. Confirmation bias. Your confirmation bias is you've read the biblical narrative, and now you're going about
No,
trying to.
I'm not
Hold on.
going.
Can
I
I
didn't go
finish?
off the Bible.
Can I? Can
I'm
I
putting
finish?
the.
Can I finish though, bro? Can I
Hold
finish?
on, wait a minute, Mudawa. You know I put the Bible
Gotta let him finish though, Corey. We've been
when it
letting
comes
you
to
get long
science.
rest. You gotta let him finish, Corey.
But your starting point is the biblical narrative, to Corey. I know that. You know that. Everybody that knows you knows that. We know that you fashion yourself as being a Hebrew Israelite. We know that. Everybody knows that. So your objective is going out trying to find things that fit what the scriptures say in your own way. And what that is your what that is you're intentionally not looking at sound science because it does not agree with the biblical narrative, and that's okay. That's okay. As you get older and as you grow and as you do more research, you're gonna say, okay, I was wrong about a lot of things. You're gonna get to that point in your life, brother. That's all.
So first of all, show me in the Bible where it tells you that things fall. Now, watch this, because you saying I'm basing all of this off the Bible. Show me in the Bible where
You
it
try
says that things fall. No, hold on, because I'm trying to prove a point. Show me in the Bible where it says things fall because of density. That's not in the Bible. So how am I basing that off of a biblical narrative when it's not even in the Bible? That don't
Bro,
even make no sense. Dude, listen, I got a hard drive of different type of scientific experiments that I did outside. I got it on my USB port. I
There's
ain't got
no
no
way that
Bible scripture.
there's
So,
no way that
oh,
you put together a competent scientific experiment. I'm sorry, brother, but there's no way if
bro,
you're
you
trying.
don't, bro. So now I can't do science now.
I'm
I
sorry,
can. So what's
I
so
don't
what stopped
believe
me from doing science?
we
Because
don't
you don't
believe
do
you.
science, I can't do science.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
Okay, okay. I don't need people. I need the scientific method that I do,
That's a J. That's a
bro.
joke, man.
Just because you say no, don't make it facts, bro. You gotta
Okay, to
come with
Corey, to
something.
Corey, to Corey. Let me. And I'm just I'm going to assume that you are the brilliant person that you say you are. That you've come up with
This guy
something.
here.
I'm going to I'm going to
This guy
assume
here.
that you are the brilliant young person that has come up with these this new science, not new, but you're bucking the global academic consensus about what gravity is, about the earth being a sphere. Now, why don't you stop talking to dummies like me? Don't talk to dummies like me. Put that stuff in writing, put together you some papers and get rich. Because if what you're saying is factual, if what you're saying can prove, you can prove what you're saying to people much more intelligent than I, much more intelligent than most of us on this phone. You deserve to get
I am.
paid for it.
Brother Mudiwa, you're being too nice. There is a the brother believe in
Okay.
density, but he don't believe in gravity. And density and gravity got a
Listen.
relationship. I just
Because
spoke to you about
you
right.
coming with that because that's a regurgitated concept. That's a regurgitated concept. You gotta prove gravity first. You gotta prove gravity first in order to prove that density come from it.
Brother, what I'm saying is if you're
No,
saying
no,
that
I'm not talking to
gravity,
you. I'm not talking about you, Mudawa. I'm talking about the other dude that talk about he gonna be mean as hell to me. That guy.
I ain't say
You
I was
gotta
gonna be
prove
mean.
gravity.
I said he being too nice to you, my man.
Shoot, man. Well, shit. Check this out. You trying to instigate. So now you got brought into this too. So let me
Let's
ask
do
you a
it. Let's do
question.
it. Let's
So
do
so
it.
so you what causes the earth to become a sphere?
I don't know. You tell me.
Man, you don't know, bro. This is your science, bro. You supposed to know this. I
I don't
just
know. You
said it,
tell me.
bro. I
Gravity
just
does
said
not
it.
cause the Earth to become a sphere, bro.
Somebody go look it up. Somebody look it up. This dude don't even know his own science. You lucky I ain't in front of my laptop.
Gravity is curvature of space and time. It ain't got nothing to do with the shape of
Bro, it tells you gravity. Bro, just look it up. And then I want you to apologize to me. It's on NASA too. It's on the NASA website. Gravity is what causes the earth to become a sphere because it pulls everything towards the center of mass. God damn, bro, you don't know your own science, bro. What are
and you
y'all doing, bro?
do you disagree with that?
Do I disagree? Hell yeah, I disagree with that.
So
Hell yeah.
you disagree that all of the celestial bodies that's in our solar system are there because of the gravitational pull of the sun? You disagree with that as well?
I disagree with that.
Now, that's why I'm saying if you disagree with that, you should be able to put that on paper, present that to the scientific community and step into the light. if you are who you say you are, if you got the information that you say you have that can change
You,
all of science as we know it.
well, we gonna see if the scientific community is honest, because this is real science that I did and that I tested over and over again based off the definition. I tested it over and over again.
Okay,
I
now
did. I
that you
did.
hold on, hold
Listen.
on, hold on,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Hold on.
Listen to me,
I'm gonna tell
Takori.
you
Hold on.
experiment that I
Takori,
did.
hold on for a second. Hold on
Hold
for a
on. Can
second.
I tell you
Takori.
an experiment I did real
Before
quick,
you
and then you can get the flow?
before you tell me about your experiment, brother. Before you tell me about your experiment.
God damn, bro.
I'm going to assume that you did all of your testing and everything you did. You got your T's crossed, your I's dotted. You did everything the proper way. You know what the next
Yes,
step is? The next step is peer review. That means you need to find other people in the field to look at your work, to validate your work, or debunk your work. That's step two.
bro. I don't need, bro. That's like opinions. That's
Wait,
like
what,
getting
that's peer
somebody's
review.
opinion.
That's part of the
No, that's like
scientific
getting
process.
somebody's opinion. I mean, I ain't saying I won't do it, but I'm saying that that's like getting other people's opinion. That's just like going up to somebody and say, "Hey, am I right? Am I right?" That's just like me going up. That's just like me going up to the scientists and asking them, "Am I right?" Just because they probably say I'm wrong or something, or probably saying I'm right, it don't mean nothing. This is what experiments are for.
So
Experiments in
what's the
scientific
purpose?
methodology
What's
is
the
to be, for it to be approved by the science itself, by nature itself.
what's the purpose of the peer review process if it doesn't mean anything to Corey?
No, you talked about a peer review process. You telling me to go through a peer review process. I'm saying I don't gotta go through a peer review process to actually show science and repeating the test over and the information over and over again. I don't need that.
Why
I mean, I
not?
can go up to, because that's just somebody's opinion. Just because they in college don't mean that they don't got opinions. They still got opinions. You got people that's in college that's intelligent, but yet they dishonest. And you
So
got people that I ain't gonna say those people are dishonest, but they're going off a dishonest system. Now I don't try to get into conspiracy theories. I put the Bible to the side and I put conspiracy theories to the side, and I talk about nothing but science. If anybody look at my lessons about flat earth, I ain't never talked about no conspiracy theories. It's always about science. It's always about measurements. It's always about empirical data. It's always about scientific field work. You know what I'm saying?
but part
That's
of the
what it's
scientific but to Corey,
that's
one of one
mainstream concept. That's
one
mainstream. I
one of
don't
the
gotta go to no, I don't gotta get
that means you're
myself
not
peer reviewed by
but
somebody.
that means you're not doing science then,
Bro,
family.
that is science, bro.
It's
Bro,
not.
me doing an experiment, testing it over and over again and getting the same results. That's not science to somebody say, yeah, that's science.
Bro,
Are you serious, bro?
I'm dead serious.
Man, bro,
You're
you is
totally
set tripping, bro.
you
Mudiwa,
totally
you is set tripping, bro.
you are
You think
totally
an opinion is gonna
it,
close the deal for science? Boy, you
listen at what I'm
tripping.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying to Corey. Listen to what I'm saying. Everything that you're saying, good brother, is completely your opinion.
Bro,
Hold
that's
on.
and
Let
what
me
you
stop.
saying is
Let me
your
finish.
opinion.
Can I
What so
finish?
what
Can
so
I
what make
finish?
y'all think y'all ain't
Can
got
I
an
finish,
opinion?
brother? Can I finish, bro?
Go ahead.
Everything that you're saying is your opinion. Now, in order for your opinion to be proven to be factual, somebody's plural need to double check your work. You
Bro,
don't get to just
listen.
have
Listen.
an opinion and say that
I
I'm
don't
right.
no you could but I gotta go to somebody else to have an opinion about my work.
Yes, if you're
What?
talking
That's
about
what?
science.
Huh? So I
Yes.
can't have an opinion about my work, but somebody else can have an opinion about my work.
If
What
you
is
want your work,
this?
if you want your work,
Man,
if
nah, bro.
you,
Hey, we gotta agree to disagree on that, bro.
there's not
We
that,
gonna have to
no,
agree to disagree on that, bro.
we don't have to agree to
Bro,
disagree.
bro,
No.
listen, bro, listen, bro. If I put a flashlight in front of a ball, and that light don't bounce to the other ball, I mean, yeah, and that light don't bounce to the other ball, and I do that over again, nigga, I don't need nobody coming up to me and saying I'm right for me to know that the flashlight didn't. I mean, the light on the flashlight didn't bounce to the or travel to the other ball, bro. I'm looking at the facts myself. Man, get the heck out of here, Mudiwa Magabe, with this dumb stuff, bro. I ain't gonna say this
To
stuff.
Corey, if you came up with a hypothesis, right, and you tested it, right, and you had a scope in your method of how you went about things, right? You had a system, you had a methodology, the way you did it. You tested it, right? Then you went back to your hypothesis after you tested it, right? And then you checked it. What you do is you practice the scientific method. So to be fair, if he has experiments and he went through that process, then he was practicing the scientific method.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
the
practicing the
results
scientific method.
we can't say the accuracy of the results, right? Because experiments can be flawed and stuff like that. Now what I think Mudiwa is saying is peer review is important because that's like the reliability of that experiment that you did in the scientific community, right? That lends legitimate, like how legitimate whatever the experiment is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what Mudiwa is like
But
saying.
gravity
That's
was
the
peer reviewed.
importance of.
Watch this. Watch this. Gravity was peer reviewed to be facts. That somebody came up with gravity and peer reviewed it and said that it was facts, but then later it got changed to some other shit. It was peer reviewed that gravity is a force. Now it's peer reviewed that it's the curvature of space and time. It was peer reviewed that the Earth was a perfect sphere, but now they saying that it's a that it's a goddamn pill looking. It's a pill shape. That was peer reviewed. Now you got the greatest astrophysicists in the world talk about it's a damn pair. So how many peer reviews it's gonna take for them to get their shit together? That's what I'm like. Come on now. So I don't care. Peer reviews are just a motherfucker's opinion that is a hierarchy in the education system. Just because he's in the education system don't make the nigga not have an opinion. He got an opinion.
Bro, you don't get to let me take that back. You can come with any wild hypothesis that you want to. It doesn't matter.
DMG, you got people trying to get in the back. I'm sorry to interrupt. You got
right. It's all good. But it's a whole nother conversation to Corey. But if you got your work, if you have your hypothesis, you've done all of your tests, you've done everything on your end, and you say that you have something that's profound that the world has not seen before,
Man, the world have seen it. That's the thing about it. The world have seen it. The world have seen it. They see it every day, just doing little stuff, just doing chores.
Bro, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
No, I'm understanding what you're saying. You're saying that everybody have to see my science, the scientific field work. I'm telling you that the scientific field work that I have, everybody had done it, but they don't know that they did it. Everybody do it on a natural basis. That's why I'm saying, like, everybody literally do the science that I demonstrated to prove my points and make my conclusions.
So
that's what I'm saying.
The peer review process wouldn't be stressful to you then.
The peer review. I'm saying
the peer review process. Hold on.
It's not stressful. It's just I don't need it.
Okay, so if you don't need it, why are you telling other people about it? You want people to agree with you? If you want people to agree with you, you're going to have more than you saying this thing.
Because the reason I'm telling people about it, because here's the thing. I'm telling people about it, but you want somebody to determine the validation of my work. You know what I'm saying? The reason I'm telling people about it, because the validation of my work was already determined on a natural level. You know, so now I can tell people my work was already peer reviewed by nature. It was already peer reviewed. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because nature will tell you if it's true. If I say, hey, check this out. you could see through a glass object. And I put that glass object up and I can see through it. I don't need nobody telling me am I right when I can clearly see through it. See through a glass object. I don't need, it was already peer reviewed with facts. The facts peer review it. The facts tested, it's tested by the facts and it's confirmed. Or it'll be denied.
But if you
That's what
say
it is.
but you're saying that you can see through a piece of steel.
I didn't say that.
I'm using that as an analogy. You're saying something that's outside of the academic consensus.
Bro, do you know what a consensus is, bro?
I absolutely know what a consensus is.
What is a
And
consensus?
I absolutely know what a consensus is.
What
You're
is,
saying,
what is
hold
it?
on,
What
bro,
is it?
hold on,
Can you tell me what it is?
bro, stop. We're not going to veer left right now.
No,
You're
tell me what a
saying,
consensus
we're
is.
saying, listen to me, Corey. This ain't an argument. We're just having a conversation. Don't be combative. You're saying, yes, you're right. If you hold up a piece of glass and hold a light to it, and you can see through the glass, we're saying you're absolutely right because that is the global academic consensus. You should be able to put up some light to some glass and see through some glass. I'm pretty sure there might be some exceptions to that, but for the most part, that's the global scientific consensus. You're saying something. You're saying that I can put up a piece of light to steel and see through steel, something that the overwhelming majority of the academic community does not agree with. And you're saying, fuck them. I don't care what they think. I can see through this
Nah, that's not
steel.
what my stuff. That's not what my concept is like. That's not what it's like.
That's literally what it's like.
No, it's not. Bro, are you serious, bro? Like, bro, listen, because I need to smoke a cigarette. I need to smoke a Newport 1000. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
And take some long drags in that joint.
No. Listen, because y'all tripping me the heck out with these fallacies. But here's the thing: you gonna try to compare my stuff to steel, looking through steel? That's crazy. But look at this right here. It's a fact that the global consensus, if y'all want to call it the global consensus, is a fact that I call it the flat earth consensus because we on a flat earth and it's a group of people agreeing on something on a flat plane. But anyways, look, a consensus is only a group of people agreeing on something. That don't mean that it's facts. You know what I'm saying? It was a fact that the consensus was that the earth was a perfect sphere at the time. That was proven wrong. It was a fact. It was a global consensus, according to y'all. It's not a global consensus, but it's a real consensus or earth consensus that that gravity was a force. Now, it's a new consensus out there saying gravity is the bending of space and time. So consensus don't make things facts. It's just a majority of people that think something is right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just based off something a small group of people said. So a consensus is not really even a real. Hold on. No, listen, bro. Just listen. I'm saying it's a majority. Listen, because you just didn't listen to what I said. I said that a consensus is a decision made by the majority. But y'all don't know that the majority of that decision was made by determined by a small group of people. That runs the education system. Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh man. Come on, Corey. Don't do that.
But listen, I'm not saying that. I just told you that the consensus means that a majority of people agree on something. I just told you that.
Right.
Yes, but I'm telling you, y'all don't know this, but the majority of people think that way because of a small group of people.
What I'm saying is, in order for the consensus to be changed, the new information has to be presented to the people, right?
Hold on. Here's the thing: the consensus shouldn't change if it's facts. Facts don't change.
Bullshit. What that's the science. Stop. Science doesn't work like that. Corey,
the brother trying to get you to get your work peer reviewed so you can change the world because no gravity exists. That's what he's trying to tell you. To take your experiments before you conduct it and go ahead and send them off to the right, get it peer reviewed, right? Type it up in writing, get it peer reviewed, right?
Bro, I'm not trying to get famous, bro. I'm not trying to get famous. I just wanna like open people's eyes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got the scientific community that ain't honest. We talking about you want me to go up to a majority of people who laugh at flat earthers and call us all type of idiots and stuff. You think I'm gonna trust them? You think I'm gonna be like, hey, I know you call me stupid, but man, can you look at my work? Man, hell no. Forget the motherfuckers, because they not even honest themselves. You got intellectual people that know the facts and that got facts, but they too caught up in shit to even keep it a buck. And so they hide the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get into
scientists out there. Do you got scientists that are
yes, we got flat earth scientists. And what I mean by real flat earth scientists, we talk about people that go out there and do the field work and get these things tested over and over again, and they get the same result based off their hypothesis.
So they are they accredited scientists? Well, I mean, are we talking about people that just
accredited by who?
Oh man. Do they got degrees? Do they have a way of
they don't need a degree. You don't need a degree to do science.
Bro, you don't need that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Whoa.
So why you asking me about a degree?
Whoa. To Corey, hypothetically speaking, you had some type of a condition that would require surgery. Do you want an accredited surgeon to do your surgery, or do you want somebody that just got some papers on their hard drive that say they know how to do it?
Listen, when I went to Africa, I got some people to heal me that didn't have no degree in the medical field.
I said a surgery, to Corey.
A surgery? First of all, a surgery will happen if somebody doing some stupid ass shit to put themselves in danger and get them hurt.
That's not what I asked you.
Listen, I'm getting to the answer. One, there's people that do stupid shit out there that cause them to get hurt for them to be able to get surgery. And number two, they got to get surgery because they're not eating right. You see, when you eat right and when you eat healthy and when you think and stop putting yourself in danger, you won't need a surgery.
That ain't what I
You know
asked.
what I'm saying?
That's not the question, though. That's not the question.
Bruh, listen, I'm getting to the question. So I wouldn't put my whole ideal or my whole trust in somebody that is a so-called accredited surgeon. Because you know how many surgeons that got people, killed? I look, check this out. With my mama, you asked me, will I go to an accredited surgeon or a surgeon with a degree, pretty much, or a surgeon that's educated? That's what you asked me.
I'm asking you if you had any type of condition that required you to have a surgery, would you prefer to go to a person that's accredited and experienced with this surgery, or someone that just has opinion of how to do this surgery on their hard drive?
See, now you being fallacious with your question now because you're talking about an opinion. If you want to ask me a question, a legitimate question, you should ask, will I go to an accredited surgeon that is specialized in that field, or would I go to a surgeon that actually didn't be in the field, but they actually had results that was accurate and effective?
Nah, you just added on to that.
No, I didn't add on to that at all. Because he said somebody that had an opinion. Now y'all said somebody that somebody that had an opinion.
You made that into something else.
No, because he tried to make it fallacious. He tried to make it fallacious. No, yes, you have. Yes, you did. Yes, you did try to make it fallacious because you tried to make it seem like it's just an opinion. Like what we flat earthers do is an opinion.
Brother
and
Corey,
what y'all globe earthers do is.
Would you go to, if you needed heart surgery, right? let's be talking about. I know you're healthy, you eat food, you don't put yourself in a position you need it, but let's say you needed heart surgery, right? Would you go to a cardiovascular surgeon, right? Would you go to a heart surgeon, or would you go like someone that works in a hospital, right, certified, or would you go to someone that makes YouTube videos?
Bro, that's a logical fallacy, bro.
It's not, man.
Let me ask the question.
Okay. If you want to play that game, if you want to play that game, no, bro, that's a bro. You gotta ask me a legitimate question, bro. Because you talking about bro, that ain't got nothing to do with my information, and that ain't got nothing to do with the logic that I'm coming from.
You didn't let me finish.
That's your opinion about the logic that I'm coming from.
So let me give you my question, right? So my question is, would you go to a heart surgeon that works in a hospital, or would you allow someone that does heart surgeries on
people? If you don't say people, I'm not gonna answer that question because you're being dishonest.
This is crazy, bro. Hey, all right, Takori, you win, bro. Yeah, you got you can you're gonna be the next you are the next whoever, man. Your information.
He said whoever. this man said whoever.
I'm like I'm at a loss of words, bro, because you don't want nobody to double check your work.
No,
you want to tell us about your work. Like that's not
no. I'm saying I don't mind people double checking my work. I just don't need them to.
Right. So if you don't mind people double checking your work, put your work in a paper form, scientific paper.
Because I don't need to.
Right. That means you don't want people.
Oh, hold on. My bad. You said put it in the paper form.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in the paper form.
No,
I put it in my notes.
No, I'm saying write the scientific paper and present it.
Listen, I present it all the time to different people. I'm just saying whether they accept it or not, that don't mean that it's not facts. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that it's not facts.
So that means in the
it just means some people deny the facts.
To Corey, that means in the back of your mind, you know that your math ain't mathing right. That's what that means.
No. So my
That
math ain't
means, bro.
mathing because somebody out there gonna be like, I don't care, but it ain't what I agree with. It ain't my ideology, so I don't care. So my math ain't mathing because I'm trying to avoid people like that.
Now they're gonna put it to the test and see if they can. They're gonna see if they can replicate.
First of all, they don't even put their work to the test. They don't even put their work to the test.
That's all that happens. You put that paper out, right? They go and they
you gotta put your work to the test first before you could test my work. That's just like Jesus. That's just like this thing Jesus said when he said you can't remove a speck out somebody's eye and remove a log out of yours. You can't try to test my work if you never tested yours.
There it come. There you go. That new all you do is just scratch the surface a little bit of Bible thumper go come out. God dang it.
Okay, so what? The atheist thumper came out of you and stuff. So if the atheist thumper could come out of you, the Bible thumper could come out of me. What are you talking about?
I want you to submit that paper so you can go and find out whether you valid.
I don't gotta submit the paper. I'm not saying that I don't want to do it. I will. I don't mind doing it, but I'm just saying whether they accept it or not is still facts because the scientific work and the methodology and a repeated test, repeated over and over again, was confirmed over and over again. And them saying
if it was confirmed over and over again by you, Mr. Takori,
by
then
who? By
no,
you?
no. But he said
nature.
He said he did it. He said it was done multiple times, right? Then why don't you put it to the test? And even if it doesn't pass the test, at least you got the pride in saying, I propose something to be peer reviewed.
Right. There you go.
I don't need it to get peer reviewed though. That's what I'm saying. I don't need it to get peer reviewed. Y'all think an opinion make things facts. It doesn't. And then these are the same people who haven't even got their work, who ain't even got their shit together. You want me to give my work to some people who can't even figure out what gravity is yet, but yet they say it's real.
Okay, to Corey, would you share it with us then? Would you put
No,
it in
hell
paper?
no.
Would you
Hell
present it?
no.
Would you present it on the
Hell
panel?
no. I'ma just
Nah,
tell you straight up.
I'm saying put it in a paper form, right? Or put it in
Nah,
PowerPoint
hell
form
no. Hell
and come
no.
on
Cause y'all,
DMG. Nobody else on the panel, just you, and you just share it with us. We can't nobody talk. He in the show right after. Boom. We ain't no discussion. We just have an after show.
I'm not by my computer.
I'm not saying now. I'm saying would that be something that you would be up for?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on like real soon on DMG's channel.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, show my work and stuff.
Show your
But just
work,
because
man.
y'all,
Show your work, man.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. Just show
but
your
just
work.
because yeah, but if y'all deny it, that's just y'all denying it. It ain't gonna stop it from being facts. Y'all denial have to come with evidence. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: if let's say Brother Mudiwa saw it, right, and the brother saw it, and he made a few PowerPoints or he wrote a few things down in the paper in refutation, would you be open to that dialogue to listen?
Well, he would have to have scientific experiments that go against mine, and then we'll have to put those to the test. But science don't contradict itself. And y'all keep saying science change. It doesn't change. People's ideal on science change.
But that's
Water
the
is
beauty of it, though. If you show us your work, right? He doesn't have to do anything himself. All he has to do is just
I'm
follow
not
your
showing Mudiwa
methodology,
Magabe my work because he ain't
follow
got
your
no work himself.
methodology, and do the same.
Why
All
would
he
I
got to
show
do.
work? But why would I show workless people my work though?
But I thought you said you was gonna present it. If you present it, he can follow the
I am gonna
methodology
present
in
it.
your
No, I am
experiments.
gonna present it. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna present it for you to confirm it to be facts.
So
I'm
you don't want to
presenting.
show it to the experts. You don't want to
I
show it to
respect
the
it.
neophytes. You
I
just want to
respect
run
it.
your mouth about
I
it.
respect it.
I didn't say I didn't want to show it. Didn't I just say I was gonna do a presentation on DMG's channel? Didn't I just say that?
No, he was saying he would be open to refutation of it, but my thing is,
I am open to refutation. It's just don't give your opinion. I need your work. I need your scientific work. I don't need you write your opinion on the paper. I don't need you writing rap songs about how you think my information ain't shit. I need you to come with a real scientific method. Like I got a scientific method right now debunking the pendulum experiment.
Okay, that's cool. So that's important though, right? Because when you put your work out there, right, and you show us like how you came to your conclusion, right? Brother Muwa or myself can follow those steps, and we can see following your steps if we come to the same conclusion, right? And then if we come to the same conclusion, and then or if I come to the same conclusion, right? Then
So y'all gonna do the
maybe you guys.
experiment with me too?
We gotta see it before we can do it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna show y'all how to do the experiments, and then y'all can do the shit too. I can tell y'all the products to get from the stores and stuff. I can tell y'all all that.
That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's that process of verification. That's my good brother Corey. Once you present that, and this good brother Muwa here has the opportunity to put that to the test using the
But Mudiwa
methodology
don't
that you
got no
present
work
to us.
though.
He's not. It's not his work. He testing your. That's the whole point. He testing your. We testing your methodology. You gave us the work right in your presentation. You would show us the various steps you went through to come to that conclusion. The brother will follow those same steps and attempt to replicate that.
Yeah. Now that I don't mind. That I don't mind. I'm not like don't be like without no experiment and without doing the same shit I did. Cause I got a what they call it, I got a speed reader at the house. I got a speed reader at the house that actually calculate the speed of objects falling. About all these things, I actually ordered that I actually ordered that online from, you know, not the speed meter where you car is driving fast, but they got an actual little meter thing that can calculate how fast something fall when as soon as you point at it, and it'll give that exact speed that it's falling. You know what I'm
So wait a
saying?
minute, you would trust the science of that speed reader?
That's nah. He not saying that though, Mudiwa. He not saying that. That's not what he
Yeah,
said.
trust. Yeah,
The
yeah. I
speed
mean,
reader could be all wrong. They could be a conspiracy with the round earthers. Like, come on now. Like, you can't trust
well,
none of their stuff.
you would have to prove that. You have to prove that. That's where proof come in. That's where investigation come in. That's where investigation come in.
We gotta practice that scientific method, ain't it, Mr. Takor?
Right.
What you say? We got to practice that scientific method.
Yeah, we would have to practice that scientific method, right?
Like you talk about with the calculation of objects falling, measuring, monitoring the speed of how fast something is falling.
Hey man, it's been 3 hours on this call. Y'all didn't
Yeah,
hijack it, turned into some flat earth stuff. It was a
Nah,
nice conversation.
this was about the globe.
Right, okay, the globe, the flat earth, the whatever
No,
it's about,
yeah, I'm about
man.
to get out of here. I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, man. Y'all enjoy y'all evening. DMG, thanks for the shout outs, brother. Thanks for the opportunity to express my views and opinions. They might not be popular, but they are mine. And
Nah, they popular, bro. They popular.
But everybody have a good night, man. And health, wealth, and happiness to everybody in the sound of my voice. Good night, y'all.
Peace.